fans, and welcome back to another rendition of Davey Mac's Tales from the Satellite. I'm your host, Bobby Tamburro, and joining me as always for a very special rendition is the very special star and co-host, Eastside Dave McDonald.
Thank you very much, Robert. Now, I think you meant a very special edition, not rendition. It's our show. It's the Davey Mac's Tales from the Satellite. We can't do a rendition of our own show, you goddamn fucking knucklehead. It's an edition. It's a edition of the Davey Mac's Tales from the Satellite. It's the 8th edition, in fact, of Davey Mac's Tales from the Satellite.
8 of these. Congratulations, buddy. I didn't think we would have made it past that.
I didn't either. And that is why we are having a special right here, right now. It's a party episode, but it's also going to be a Mystery Science Theater 3000. What do they call those? A watch-along these days. They call that in the wrestling podcast community, which is what essentially we're ripping this off from. They call that a watch-along. Today, we decided to watch along. We are going to watch along with you, the East Side Davidians, the 2-part special of Vice's Dark Side of the 2000s, episode Jocks.
Oh, why?
Featuring Howard Stern, Man Cow, and Opie and Anthony.
Wow. Okay.
And I have met 3 of those people. And that's why I said we're going to have to do this. I've actually met 2 of those people quite well. Mancow and Howard. No, of course, I joke. It's O&A, of course. But just the whole thing, we just decided, you know what? We didn't think we would make it to 8 episodes. If you've got beers, if you've got legal marijuana, if the state allows it, if you've got snacks, we have pizza. We've got pretzels, and there's Cool Ranch Doritos just for Bobby and I. There's some IPAs. There's some Jack Daniels as well. And some other things. So we're going to enjoy the shit out of this. It's a party episode. We've been working really, really, really hard. We've been, doing everything we can. Robert's been doing a fantastic job. I've been doing a fantastic job of going 100 miles an hour, and we decided we needed a party episode, but it actually coincided perfectly with this Vice special, and we think we're going to have a lot of fun. So let's party it up, and let's enjoy this episode. Davey Mac's Tales from the Satellite.
Whoa, look at her body.
For over a decade, a battle is fought on the radio.
Dirty slut, like did you have tons of sex when you were a little girl?
For the title of most outrageous personality.
Why don't we do stuff like that anymore?
Turned radio around. Howard Stern, Opie and Anthony.
Look at Opie and Anthony right there.
Shock jock humor was what can I say to make you
Who
cringe?
is that guy? That's the guy that I want to get to the bottom of. Can you just lower the volume just a smidge? Just a smidge. Oh, it's the TV controller. I'm really
But as
stupid.
the country approaches
Hey,
the new
Robert,
millennium,
sorry. I forgot to. All I had to do was turn the TV controller down.
shock jocks go
So this is
war.
going to be very fascinating because while I know some of these stories, I don't know a bunch, and obviously it's going to be a little bit different. But you know what? Howard Stern's satellite radio. Mancow, did he ever get to satellite radio? I know he's a Chicago guy.
Kill or be killed.
I'm not
It's
Sure.
a fight between
I know he
radio's
was
biggest
kissing up
stars.
to like Howard to try to get
To
on
try
his
to get
channel,
the
but I don't know if
satellite.
it ever came
And
through.
even with the merger, Mancow couldn't get into the satellite. Interesting. So as a result, we're going to... Oh, my God! And that's my buddy, and you will learn about my fucking feud with Tim Sabian. They chose Tim Sabian and not me. Not me. They chose Tim fucking Sabian.
Westwood won?
Sirius XM Tim Sabian, the man who fucking fired my ass. Oh, I forgot about this, folks. This just got... all of a sudden, we're going to have a real fun party episode. Anyway, Mark McGrath is narrating, of course, Robert.
Now you
Isn't this the day? Oh, well, look at these days. People going crazy.
By the 2000s, Howard Stern's
Now,
$100
you
million
grew up listening to
contract
who?
with Infinity Broadcasting.
I grew up
is
listening.
proof
Okay, so
that
my mom
video
got me
has
into
not yet
rambling
killed
with
every
gambling,
radio star.
but then I grew up with enjoying Mike and the Mad Dog.
That's
First
still
and
bleeds through.
foremost, for mornings, I started with Imus, and then also found out Howard Stern like everybody else.
Makes sense.
But I didn't actually stay, like it was never, I never became a Stern freak. It was like I would flip back and forth. And sometimes also between Imus Stern, and then if there was a good like sports show on in the morning, I might go to that one. You know, mornings with me. It was really O&A in the afternoons that became my first favorite probably comedy show. And then obviously Ron and Fez as well came in, and they became also my first favorite comedy show. But
They were ruthless.
like, in other words, shows that you pay attention to. Oh, there he is.
To understand the shock jock wars of the 2000s, we need to dial it back to the 80s. Stern's early days in Washington, D.C.
As this is depicted on that Private Parts movie where he plays the drums and shit with the old pig vomit and stuff.
Oh, nice.
Howard Stern looked like my math teacher, Mr. Milosh.
I feel like Mr. Milosh kind of less kid.
You do? You like it?
Not particularly.
No, what don't you like about it?
You're rather crude.
But I mean, not a pleasant-looking man in his younger days, was he?
No, in his younger days.
In his younger days.
I don't think he got a track.
Howard Stern finds
Well, he's better looking now than he is this. This is what the fuck? He's Mr. Milosh. He's gonna yell at me about failing my fucking calculus test with his fucking stupid glasses and a goddamn dumb NASCAR mustache. He was a shock jock, though, Robert. You understand what I'm saying? Shock and jock on the morning. Hey, baby, we're gonna shock you and jock you all night long. Give us a call, 1-800-SHOCK-JOCK. Yeah, did you see some dirty pictures of your mom? 1-800-SHOCK-JOCK.
And he was kind of insulting. But even more than that,
who's this fucking guy, Robert?
He was intelligent. I'm Michael Harrison, and in the 2000s,
Michael Harrison.
I was owning radio stations.
Who the fuck are you, bud?
He's hanging out with that guy who did 9/11.
Talkers magazine. I was doing the same thing I'm doing now.
Good, we're gonna let you play
Michael Harrison.
everything in this country.
Everyone knows him. Hey, Vice, who are these people you've chosen?
Look at things
The hell?
from every man perspective.
Why didn't you
His
call
fans
some people who
believed
worked
in
on
him.
these shows?
I'm sure they got like
rebellious
every.
young Stern
Michael-
clashes with WNBC's morning man Don Imus.
Oh, there he is.
An
I'm
outspoken
in.
radio
I'm
legend
in
who's
the
been
morning.
thrilling
Hey,
listeners
everybody.
Since the 70s.
Duck, duck, quack, quack.
Imus became a
8:15,
big
quack,
hit
quack.
because he just sounded strong.
That's why I started
He
calling
sounded
myself the
like
Dave
a
Man. Did you know that?
bad boy version of
That's
No, I
actually
didn't.
because of Don Imus, who referred to himself as the I-Man. That made me chuckle. I don't know why exactly, but it did.
And
Still
the
does,
other kinds of
actually.
shtick that went along with it that stretched the boundaries.
Hey,
of
you know
good
what?
taste
Maybe
and
cowboy
even
hats.
the law. Oh, he was just a
Not a bad look.
kind of nasty guy.
What would be the worst
me.
hairstyle you could have
For me.
in Don Imus' opinion?
I won McDonald's
For
coupons
the
on
worst
Imus' show when I was a
hairstyle
kid.
for Don Imus?
I
Yeah.
called in, I was like 8 years old.
Your opinion, like, and if Don
goes,
Imus, what would his
"Listen here, you
least
little
favorite
piece of
hairstyle be?
shit. Listen, you little jerk. Pay attention.
I
You
don't think
understand me?
that
Pay
Don Imus would
attention."
like
And
a
I'm going,
buzz cut
"Oh,
or anything
you
like
just
that.
yelled at me."
I don't think he would
Fair.
appreciate a buzz cut like yours.
I
don't
was
think
thinking
he-
maybe of some famous comments he made about a certain
At the time
basketball
Stern
team.
joined
I have no idea. If you have a
WNBC,
joke on your mind,
Imus
just
is the
fucking say it
king
out
of
loud.
New York
But if he got
radio,
canceled,
earning
should I say it out loud?
$500,000 a
Oh
year.
no! Don't. No, that's probably a good movie. Even Davey Max Tales from the goddamn satellite will get canceled out of Patreon for yes. Imus got fired for the Rutgers college basketball scandal where his producer Bernie and then Imus did follow up, echoed the comments that the head coach. I can't say it either.
Let me explain to you. First of all, how much I hate you. Are you drinking?
You know, my dad didn't like Howard Stern, though. He would say things sometimes like, that guy's the devil or satanic or something.
Apparently, he called
That's
Howard
true story. Yeah, he would really. Yeah, my brothers would be like,
my name's Steve Grillo. I used to work
he's not satanic. Steve Grillo.
I'm famous for
they got somebody who worked for Stern.
Yeah.
Being a douche.
Gorilla, right?
Howard Stern's not personally an
That's
asshole.
who he was?
He was
on the
like
show?
Stern's answer to Billy Staples, right?
Yeah, he was good. So wait, did you listen to Howard Stern? Listen, are you stoned? You're very solemn for a party show.
Well, we're also, like, I kind of got to hear what they're talking about.
Oh, fuck the show. It's goddamn us, you dumb bastard.
No,
That's my
I just want to be
point.
able to know what they're talking about.
Who gives a shit? Look at the fucking screen. We'll just pipe down when we get out of when we get out of fucking conversation. Then we'll watch. Yeah, that's my point.
It is a lot of Stern now, too. No, I wasn't a Stern guy growing up. I was a.
See, now we got Jackie the Joke Man. Now I'll pipe down for Jackie. I can't pipe down for a lot of these fucking, nobody talking head types.
Howard Stern, Robin Quivers, Stuttering John, Fred Norris, and Gary Baba Booey Delabate. The first time I walked into that show, we sat there and laughed for 4 hours. He said, "Why don't you come in again next week?" I said, "Sure." And I was there for 20 years.
How you doing there, Michael Jackson?
I had no women. A dude'll do.
No women, a dude will do.
I started.
I always like Jackie.
I
I actually had a few or several. I won't say several, but I had multiple interactions with Jackie the Joke Man at Sirius XM. Very pleasant. Let me tell you who the pleasant ones were.
But the Federal
Jackie,
Communications Commission does
Gary,
have rules.
Baba Boy,
And soon the FCC is warning
Fred
the
Norris,
Howard Stern show
okay,
about obscene and indecent content.
Sal and Richard.
That makes sense.
Those are the only 5 people that I met. I met Howard Stern one time. One time. He was very bashful. I did say, "Hello, Howard," but, in the big fucking obnoxious East Side Dave voice kind of like thing.
It may have been.
And he got very shy. He looked at he literally put both hands in his pockets and looked at the ground.
You are a intimidating presence sometimes.
What? He's 6'9".
Oh no, I just feel like you're
This is the first fucking, one of the very few radio people I'm not taller than it.
That's a very fair point. A lot of short people in radio. But my point was, your level of enthusiasm, like you see a fan, you go, "Okay, I'll go talk to this fan." You see someone come with your
Howard. We're goddamn co-workers, Howard.
You go, you ever read Catcher in the Rye?
Catcher in the Rye. I'm your fucking Mark David Chapman, bitch. You understand?
Because of conceptual differences.
Jesus.
Stern got canceled.
Fired.
Management.
The next day,
you're fired.
Wonder if it was all the blackface he did.
I don't know about that, Robert. That was the Channel 9 show. See, that's a nice look. Look at the hair. It's nice. And he's got a nice yellow windbreaker. And, you could do a lot of things with this. You could go to dinner, probably. You could go to a bar. You could also probably go to a Yankees game or a Knicks game. It's a very nice look. Very casual.
A rock. Why he thinks he was
Or a rock concert. Now we incorporate the sunglasses.
And the guy got bent out of shape. No, but you would never do that.
That's something that I've never done that I should start doing is the indoor sunglasses.
It is good.
Is it too late in the game for me to get involved in that?
No, just look what Howard did. He clearly reinvented himself at 55.
I'm going to be a combination of fucking Imus with the cowboy hat and the sunglasses. Hold on, actually, I got an idea.
Spoke the truth. If he had sex with his wife the night before, he came in and talked about it. Who did that?
Some listeners call it adult.
I feel like if I was going to adopt parts of their personalities, I would take Imus's cocaine habit
on primetime radio.
Oh, who do we have here?
Hey now, Howard Imus here. Hey now, you goddamn fucking jerk.
They're ripping off the eye now.
Hey, Howard Imus. Hey now. You goddamn fucking jerk. Get off my lawns, fatso. Hey, come on, Howard. Hey, Howard Imus is the name. Get off my. Hey, you fucking jerk off.
They listened to everything he did. They were
All right, well,
waiting to
I
find
mean,
his ass.
obviously, the character needs fleshing out. And maybe Howard Imus will make an appearance or two in the remaining portions of the show.
I would
but
certainly hope so.
I'd like it to be fleshed out a little bit.
Yeah, I was saying while you were gone, if I had to rip off parts of their personality, it would be the cocaine use of Imus and the proximity to porn stars of Stern.
Wow,
that's true, isn't it? One guy would if they had combined forces. Can you imagine? Imus and Stern in the morning? Because one guy liked to party with strippers, but strippers love coke, and Howard doesn't do drugs. Meanwhile, Imus loves the shit out of coke, but he never had strippers on his show. What the fuck? Should it be reversed?
How far are we into this episode? In 10 minutes, we've been a better PD than any of the people we're going to see on.
And here he comes.
He was just a juggernaut.
Here's a fat alcoholic former senior vice president of programming at SiriusXM Satellite Radio. Now I will turn the volume down for 2 seconds because this motherfucking piece of shit. Fuck him. Let me tell you something, folks. This inept alcoholic, all he did was fail from one fucking job to the next. The only thing he's known for is shitting all over Howard Stern's in-studio bathroom and not manning up and admitting it. And so it became a huge fucking scandal. That's all he's known for. And he was the guy who actually said, Davey Mack, we're going to let the Davey. This is after, I had left the Ron Fez show. I was working in New Jersey on the radio at 90.5 The Night. No, it was before the Rat. Lesser station, smaller station, but whatever. Called WBJB 90.5 The Night. This is what I was doing. But I was also doing Davey Mack sports programs every Saturday.
Still on Sirius?
On Sirius XM.
Okay.
And we were the only ones who were live. Everyone else was doing pre-records and or pre-existing podcasts that had dropped by Tuesday. The Joe Rogan podcast they were doing on Saturday.
Before he was Rogan.
Right. And it was before it was the Joe Rogan podcast. But nonetheless, it was available on Tuesday or Wednesday, and they're putting it on Saturday.
An average family
I had the fucking
about 800 pounds of food waste.
ambition and drive and passion for this goddamn medium in this fucking business to fucking. I was already working 5 days a week, and I was fucking going to come in on my 6th day
into the city.
To do live programming. Started with special delivery with Sam and Dave. And it continued with Davey Mack's sports program. I was the Saturday Night King. I was the SiriusXM Saturday Night King. It's about 5 years straight where I was live Saturday nights.
Good thing.
You'd think I'd get appreciation for that. Tim Sabian, for no reason whatsoever, says, "Oh, no. I had missed an episode 4 or 5 weeks. And I had fucking called out. It wasn't like I did a no-show.
There was snow, right?
No. I was sick.
Oh.
So he goes, Don Wicklin's in there and Chris Pepper Stanley's in here. So it's us four. Tim Sabian, Don Wicklin, Chris Pepper Stanley, myself. And Sabian says, he goes, you fucking, what does he say? He goes, oh, you missed the show a few weeks ago, blah, blah, blah.
Well, let's be honest.
And,
nobody wants to go sit for 2 full
he goes, you missed the show a few weeks ago.
And the cost, they're
and I go, yeah, I was sick. And I go, you can't fire me because I'm sick. That's actually illegal. It's against the rules. And he goes, yeah, well, I mean, okay, yeah. So forget about that. And he goes, we're just going in a different direction. So he came in prepared to fucking either, call me out because he thought it was a goddamn fucking idiot.
Wow.
He came in trying to fucking snow job my fucking ass.
We do this at a
When I'm the most fucking passionate person in radio, I want to be on the air all the time. So I'm not the guy who calls out because of any fucking reason. No reason. And so Tim Sabian fucking says that. I go, no.
He came in saying, pretending it was like because you were unreliable because you were sick the one time.
What is going on? Is this an ad?
It's a commercial, yeah. We are talking about Sabian and got so intense, didn't realize it went to ads. Let me skip it. Keep talking about
this
Sabian.
fucking ad. This guy's been on the goddamn air for 30 years.
At the end, you get
Robin,
industry recognized certification.
while you skip that ad, let me continue with Tim Sabian.
If you're looking to grow,
But that's okay, Robert. This is a party show. These are the type of things that happen. By the way, this is a very special episode where it's not just the watch-along of the Vice two-part special on the Shock Jocks of the 2000s, but it's also a party show where we're having a good time with legal things, alcohol and legal marijuana in your proper states. And so, yes, Sabian, he goes into 8 different excuses. He keeps trying different excuses to fire me, and I keep giving him great reasons.
He's got too many gingers on that.
And so finally, you know, he's just like, well, we're going in a different direction, and I'm upset by it. And he goes, Dave, you got to hear this. He goes, Dave,
DJs who understand that
you seem really upset. This is your first job in radio?
Their KLOS FM
He said to me, is this your first job in radio?
Oh my
He didn't know about Ron and Fez, folks. He didn't know about Opie and Anthony. This guy
He didn't know about traffic on the rat.
went from fucking Howard Stern to O&A, and he never listened to a second of Opie and Anthony, nor Ron and Fez. There's fat face fuck. Fat face fucking piece of shit alcoholic bitch. This is for a party episode. I didn't realize this is going to get this fired up, but I forgot that Tim Sabian was in. I didn't know Tim Sabian's in this goddamn special. So he did not know.
Hang on a second. Did they just pretend to cut off Opie and Anthony's
They beheaded heads. They beheaded Mark and I think that was Mark and Brian.
The man who has ruled Philadelphia radio for over a
And Howard actually did behead Mark and Brian in real life. They did that in Times Square on New Year's Eve. And that's why Mark and Brian have been dead for the last 36 years. Yeah, but that happened.
I thought it was their
It
cocaine.
was very
addiction.
sad. Dick Clark actually showed it live on television. It was just like, oh my God. On New Year's Eve. Oh my God. Howard has beheaded Mark and Brian live.
Howard just dug in. It was a full scale.
Did they say
Anyway,
that?
here's Gloria Esteban playing in the new year. Happy 1991, everybody.
Like with Mark and Brian in L.A., Stern promises.
You know, the coolest thing about the Ron Fez show is that, well, not the coolest thing. This is actually, you know what? The more I think about it, it's like number 912 of cool things. But one of the nice things or the fun things about working on the Ron Fez show on 92.3 K-Rock is that we worked in the Howard studio.
That's right. And then you had to
And Earl was in where, oh no, Earl was not where Robin was. That was the call screeners. So that was like a Pitsy Lily type of deal in the booth. Earl was on the side of Ron.
Oh, in the Beetle.
Fez was in the power seat, as they call it, the guy who has all the buttons.
That was one of the most
And I was on the side somewhere.
That was one of those spikes,
Yeah,
You were the free safety.
But they had.
I know they called Earl as free safety, but you were the
They
real
still
free
had the
safety.
red couch. Like the same couch that you saw. I mean, honestly, they still have the same furniture. Oh, here we go.
Somebody about to get naked.
Somebody's about to get naked. You're excited? This is fucking Vice. It's not. She's not going to get naked on television.
Comes in studio and agrees
You
to be fixed
goddamn.
up
You
with a Stern
pointed at the
listener
fucking
and a
screen,
radio
but
stunt
nothing was
called
going
Dial
on.
a Date.
Look how cute you are. Nice body, cute face.
Once on the air,
This is why
Stern
we're not
coaxes
talking-
Annette to reveal
I thought-
intimate details of her failed marriage to the zookeeper.
I'm just kidding. It's a party show and I want to bust your balls too.
yeah, absolutely.
I
It's
have
just-
to bust your balls. But I feel like, you know, until the real stars come out, where's goddamn Baba Booey?
Then Stern, a married father of 3,
Oh,
gets up close and
married father of
personal
3.
with
What's he
his
doing
radio
now?
rival's
Huh? He's
ex-wife.
crazy.
Come here, Annette. Come over here. Come here. Come here. Take a seat.
Come here. Sit down.
Take a seat.
Take a seat.
Take a seat. Sit by my lap.
Hey, zookeeper, your wife's in my lap. I'm with her now.
Here's a guy's tragedy turned into entertainment for the radio audience. It was just overwhelming.
Just tell me what's
Overwhelming?
going on with that rugby
What does that mean?
It's lovely.
That's a pretty non-committal fucking adjective,
Kiss my neck.
Sabian.
You just need some gentle.
That's why you are a fucking meathead, Tim Sabian, a goddamn fucking fat, blockheaded moron.
But a month later, Stern's
And how
efforts
someone
to
I think they
humiliate
gave him
competitors
another
take an
job
ugly
after
turn.
he got fired from Sirius XM.
Yeah, Westwood One. That's what I was saying. Moved there.
And I think did he get fired from there?
I'm not sure if he still. We brought
Early today in their Bryn Mawr home, Annette DeBella suffered
Well.
a cardiac arrest. DeBella was found unresponsive in her
What
car,
happened here?
which was
Oh, so
parked
basically
inside
Howard
the
had
garage.
Zookeeper was the radio
She
guy's
committed
name.
Suicide, you know, it was like
Then he killed him.
Jesus Christ.
However many reasons, who knows what reasons, but you know, but it was crazy. It was vicious.
A weird deck. Have a joke about that.
Backlash against Howard Stern.
Racist, sexist, anti-gay. Howard Stern, go away.
Howard
Wait,
Stern.
wait, wait. What?
Fuck you.
Months later,
Howard
Racist
Stern.
Dateline.
Sexist,
Stern
anti.
defends.
I know somebody else who gets accused of those things at some point.
That you have regretted saying no, never.
That was the type of boycott. That almost looked like the exact same boycott that I did for the Ron and Fez show outside of David Letterman's
The FCC
fucking
is
offices
Yeah.
or studio
Arguing to
or whatnot.
censor it.
And I
Yeah.
had the same approach, but I
I'm
was
a right-wing
mocking
nut
them.
job. Yeah.
Like I was just like,
For his comments
I
about
get
shaving
offended.
pubic
Fuck
hair
you.
and
I
masturbating
get
to a
offended.
photo of
Fuck
Aunt
you.
Jemima.
You know, trying to get the chants going there.
Did you have a sign that I'm a
I'm a
right-wing
right-wing
nut job?
lunatic.
Of the platforms
I think it was.
that Howard
Or
Stern
was it
You
not
would know
job?
better than me.
I don't know. I don't know about that.
Lots of revenue.
Let's get to the important
Paid
people.
the fines.
That's what I said.
Business.
I mean, who is this guy with the goddamn gray beard? Can we?
And that business
So
is
obviously
a booming.
Stern's not
Howard
on
also
this. Did they
stars in a
do? Does
nationally
anyone
syndicated
know if
TV
they
show
asked Opie and
produced by New
Anthony?
Jersey's
You
Channel
work.
9 station.
Did they ask?
Channel 9,
Do we
Yeah.
know or no?
Crazy. I mean, we had
Are
a
these no
live
comments
Monday, and
or
we needed an
They
hour
reached out,
show
it
in
was
the
a
can
no
by
comment.
Friday night.
a no comment?
From one of them. I guess.
I'm not a Star
Okay,
Trek person.
so
but
one
like
of the
that
parties said
show
no
was
comment.
the Craziest, funniest, most absurd show of
I
all
would
time.
have gone on the show. I think.
I don't know. Now, given there's a lot of history. Okay, so like
The Channel 9
we all
show
know
also features
where
in-your-face
Vice itself
celebrity
came.
interviews.
All right, hold on.
conducted
This
by
was good
Stern's
shit.
most infamous
The Channel 9
anchor.
show, because I
How
grew
tables
up
have turned.
in New Jersey. Well, I'm just letting you know.
Was that
The
NYU?
Channel 9 show, because I grew up in New Jersey.
fan of
Okay,
Howard
see,
Stern,
this
and the
is
reason
isn't he a
I
star?
know
That's
this is
Stuttering
really
John, right?
embarrassing,
Yeah.
But when I was like
Come on, he's a big deal.
teenager,
Let's
I
not fuck
asked
around.
my
Let's not
friends
fuck
if they
around.
masturbated.
Come on.
And my friends
Come on,
So,
he's a big
would
star.
all say,
Okay, he's not a big
no,
but
I would
like
never
of
do
the
that.
people on
And I
that show,
thought
it'd
For
be
the
the
Howard Stern show, absolutely,
it'd be the
weird.
equivalent of getting.
100%,
And
absolutely not.
Then I
Not
had
fair.
to listen to Howard.
They don't have
and
Sal.
he talked about how he masturbated all the time.
Bob.
And I'm like, hey,
They don't have Robin,
I might not be
or at least
so
we haven't
weird.
seen her yet.
Sal doesn't come in
This
for
friend of mine
years,
was
but Stuttering John's a
attorney
big
for
deal,
Howard,
man. He
and
was
I said to him, hey, if you
always
should ever leave,
on
please
the
hook me
news
up.
interviewing
So
the
he
celebrities,
told
and so he
Howard's
was
producer, he
always
said,
going viral
"There's
before
one
being
problem,
viral was a thing.
John
He was the
stutters."
first guy to. If
then
I was
when
Stuttering
Gary
John, I
told
might
Howard
make the
that, he
claim
goes,
that I was
"Fine,
the
we need
guy
to
who
see
went viral first.
Maybe I'm a little.
Billy Crystal and shit like that. Billy Crystal got so pissed. That's what he asked. He asked Ted Williams, "Did you fart in the catcher's face?" That is actually
That's a great
funny.
joke.
I worked
Yeah.
with Howard Stern for 15 years.
I screwed up. The best analogy, maybe I am a little stoned, would be he's the big A of the Howard
where
Stern
I
show.
interviewed celebrities
He's the
and
guy
asked
who
them
stutters
crazy
that you
Fair
put in
enough,
awkward
I guess,
situations.
but I
Like,
mean,
I'm saying I don't think he was the brains of the operation.
no, he's not the brain of the operation.
How many years were you married before you cheated on your wife?
But there's an execution there.
So you take this to Howard, right? And you can shove this right up Howard's stupid ass.
I actually kind of like that response.
for asking her at the MTV Awards, will be any upcoming crotch scenes. And I
When
actually
you
sued Sharon Stone, and
are
she settled out
rewatching
of court
this
for
show on
like 30 grand.
Patreon or whatnot, rewind how the Billy Crystal clip with Stuttering John, how his face, because you only see him from behind, but you see his big, huge cheeks, and you see how happy he is when Billy Crystal just says the name Howard.
Yep.
But then when he says and shove it right up his ass, it's like his hero punched him in the balls. 'Cause he probably did like Billy Crystal, I bet.
That's the hard part of it. If you like these people, you're put in this awkward
and I would always
situation.
listen to the Howard Stern show for the 2-hour drive. And
But you said
I met this guy. I think he seemed like a nice guy too.
Who's that?
Doug.
I was Stuttering John's producer.
I'm gonna have to see the last name, a lower third. Doug Goodstein. See, I told you I knew his name was Doug. I met him. Yeah.
On demand.
Now that I think about it, it was going to basketball camp freshman year of high school is when my brother played Howard Stern for me.
Jennifer Flowers.
And so that would have been 1993.
Governor Bill Clinton.
That was the first year.
The whole place starts laughing. And
Or was it 94? I was returning back to So it was around, it was the summer of 1994 is when I first listened to Howard Stern. And I think I'd listened to Imus for like
busting out laughing.
5 years. Like,
Me over the top.
I'd listened to Imus since like 89 or something like that. So I was a full-on Iman, pretty much. That was a much more of a head start than I realized.
I was too when you got into Stern.
It was crazy. It was like being on a rocket
But
ship. It
I
really
found
was.
O&A through a buddy, college Dave. You've met him. He came to the Davey Max Sports program. He was like, "Oh, I like Patrice. Check it out." Ron and Fez are on these channels, so it started with O&A, and then Ron and Fez followed. But before that, I was still a radio fan, but I think just a different type of radio.
Yeah.
Like I was a real Delilah.
What does that mean?
You call in, it's a Midwest show, you call in Delilah, it's indicated, she answers your relationship questions, then plays a song to make you feel better.
I hated that shit. All that, the love line, the Dr. Drew. Okay.
And then,
Wait, this is the guy I was talking about. Man Cow. I must confess, I don't know anything about Man Cow, and now realize after watching like just a little bit, because we want to do a little prep. So I watched the first basically 15 minutes of this. It says, yes, we have to make this a party episode. Let's Mystery Science Theater 3000, the Dark Side of the 2000s, the Shock Jock stuff. Fantastic. But I've always known the name. I've known the name for a long, long time. I now have a realization I've never listened to a second of Man Cow, didn't know what he sounded like or what he looked like for that matter. Isn't that weird?
it is weird.
Because now that I think about it, I'm not sure if I know exactly what Bubba the Love Sponge here looks like either.
I don't. Here's a good
Even
question
if you're
for
a
you.
massive star on a state and or region level, it's different when you're a national star. You have something. You have a pretzel. There, you got it.
Here's a question for you. How old were you when you first realized radio stars were ugly? Because I remember you hear these like gorgeous voices on the radio every morning, and then in like 8th grade, I saw a picture of Nancy and Newman, the local radio station, and boy,
listen, Carol Miller, my friend. Don't sleep on Carol Miller. Carol Miller. WNEW, beautiful woman.
So you can quickly get the information.
To this very day, I've ridden the bus with her many a times. By the way, she takes the Academy bus line to New York City the exact same way I do. So don't fucking besmirch my ass. I believe Carol Miller is still working at Sirius XM. You got any of that little thing left?
Yeah.
The little thing there?
How's that going
for
That's a
you?
very fair point. But if you come up not realizing that, like, and you only watch TV, and even the ugly people on TV tend to be good looking, and then you see like just normal people doing the radio. Typically, like the press promo is a guy in an open button-down flannel with a white shirt that's kind of stained underneath it and some blue jeans. You know what I mean? Like, they're not the stars you think you're hearing. Like, they don't look like this glamour in Hollywood. It's really, truly like, it was almost like a blue collar thing. We're like, oh, this guy's like me.
Yeah, that's true. And obviously, radio is still the most blue collar of the entertainment fields. You know, that's why when people say, I really want to go into radio, I go, okay. I mean, listen, it's an awesome medium. I mean, it's still. Are you sure? Because unless like you're successful for a long, long time, that's there's not a lot. There's not a ton of money, but. The interesting thing is right now, younger people are just fucking flipping the script on so much shit. And they're like canceling more of their subscriptions and shit. They're getting more and more into tangible, like hard copy shit. And they're going into, believe it or not, FM and AM radio. The biggest demographic that we've seen. And like, we have the biggest
guy you want to learn about.
station in New Jersey, Mancow. I know.
And a year later,
I'll go to it for a second.
Up to the top of
But the biggest thing that we've learned in all this radio research is that the young demographic, like 18 to really 18 to 28, they're into terrestrial radio right now, and it's booming with them. How weird is that? It's because they're watching shows like Stranger Things and this and that. I mean, there's a direct reason. We're not saying it. It's like it's a cool retro thing to do. So there more and more and more terrestrial radio right now is doing well. Here he is. Here's Mancow. He kind of looks like
he learns what it's like to be messed with by Howard Stern.
I don't know, some kind of
you tell Mancow
wrestling manager or something.
You tell him that his dad,
I mean, he's wearing a nice suit.
His dead daddy is being shadowed.
Uh-oh.
My dad.
Howard's making fun of his father's deceased.
It seems like he's ripping off a certain Dave man.
Wait, who?
Howard, he's ripping you off.
How is Howard ripping me off? I got to hear this.
He's channeling a dead relative to irritate somebody.
That's interesting. I hate to tell you, Howard was before my radio career. So really, you don't want to connect me with any of his bits, because then you're going to be like, actually,
boy, Davey, I'm
father's funeral. You think this is some entertainer? Oh, he's made amends. He's a nice guy now. He can burn in hell.
Your father had to die knowing that his son was a Howard Stern imitator. So when I dig up his grave and have sex with his maggot-infested body.
Oh, my Lord.
Because at least he's next to Howard Stern, who his son worships. And you were
Yikes.
my bitch.
Oh.
You've always been my bitch.
What is that? That type of demonic evil. This is wrong.
Your father, so he didn't have to be disgraced.
I mean, it is.
Yeah, that was
bad,
the point.
But at the same time, the business we've chosen. That's why you can't do the drama all the time. At some point, you got to not do the drama and just do content, because it's going to drive you mad. It'll drive you crazy.
Lost their father.
Take it over for a second.
It was ruthless. He'd start saying horrible things.
Yeah, he's just saying horrible things.
This is my concept.
His people called me and apologized. The joke man, Jackie, wanted me to know, I didn't write this. This isn't funny. They would tell him, Howard, you're going to lose Chicago. This is a mistake.
I don't think he's going to lose Chicago, Dave. I think he's going to keep.
At war again, and this time he's taken on a Windy City DJ named Mancow.
Now this is funny because wasn't it Mancow who later on started really kissing his ass?
I mean, see, I just don't know, because I realize I don't know much about Mancow. I will say I like his jacket.
Got the best aesthetic.
Yeah. His jacket is nice.
Really pissed Howard off.
Mancow, I like your jacket, and I could use that as a wrestling manager, as I am a wrestling manager for the past 7 years in North Jersey for the IWF. That's the Independent Wrestling Federation. CampIWF.com. Go check it out, baby. We got 3 goddamn events coming up soon. 2 in the fall, I believe October and November. And then 1 in April. Let's get going. Uh-oh, I buried my dad. Shit.
None of my competitors had their wives commit suicide. Okay?
I'm better than you.
But
I'm funnier than you. And guess what?
You can't wrestle with a pig and try to win by being cleaner. And I think that's really what all these people are losing.
By the way, 5 points for you, 5 points for me. We're trying to enjoy and have a party show. I can't help it that my goddamn mom, and I love her, Beanie Mac, is texting me about the Yankee game. And I wish that was a joke. Folks, I wish it was a joke. But the Yankees are on Channel 5, Channel 11, Yes Network, Prime, Peacock, fucking Apple TV, every ESPN, TNT, TBS. Fuck you. How about that?
Destroyed him in Chicago.
All right, let's get back into it.
Here's my question.
There was more people in Chicago than
and I saw that you were busy too. What I'm saying is we're having a party show.
Yeah,
and I'm not going to get upset.
Our lives are falling around. Yeah.
No, it's just that I have to go through this now new process of it. It's a fucking 8 to 12 text communication, process with my mom to discover what fucking channel the Yankees are on tonight. It's easier to find the fucking Ark of the Covenant than the goddamn fucking Yankees game. I wish I was jesting. I wish it. And you'd think in a day and age of Google, someone would fucking, and I'm begging someone, someone needs to start a Twitter account and just say, the name of the Twitter account is tonight's Yankees game is on. That's it.
Dude, that's brilliant. You should do that. I'm not even joking. Like, all kidding aside, you would get a ton of followers right away.
Should I try to do it before we post
we
the
should
show?
do it right in the break. Yeah, we should definitely, before somebody steals.
Look how paranoid this guy is. I don't even want it. Oh my God! This is the one that Hosp was in. I think that was Hosp.
No fucking way.
In the fucking winter cap. Oh, here he is. Oh, hey. All right. Finally. Yeah. Been waiting. Let's go. Let's see if we know any people. Oh my God, I know so many people in that crowd shot alone. Oh jeez.
Will Opie and Anthony?
What was that? Now who is it? Uh-oh. Someone's killing someone.
That's a perfect time for a commercial break. Huh?
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, Howard. A lot of necrophilia mentioned Howard. And I'm not sure.
Dead. I'm gonna fuck someone who's dead in your family.
I'm not sure how that's a win.
That's against the law, Howard. Also, but fucking the family member's one thing, but they can't be deceased. There are American laws against that. You know.
Just never.
Hey, I'm Mad Cow. I'm from Chicago. How come everyone from every state sounds the same? If he's from Chicago, how come and the grease man's from the other one, and this guy, and the other guy, and the other guy, and yet everybody's got the same goddamn Stern.
You work in a busy
you
office
goddamn
where
piss
you're
me
looking
off,
up
Stern.
property details all day. You don't
No, but I'm looking
have
forward to
extra
seeing the
time
Opie and
to dig
Anthony
into
segment
every
now.
Individual county's records.
This is
You
why
work
we're
in a
here.
busy office where you're looking up property
Don't worry,
details
Rob. I think
all
it's
day.
like oh, they did it. They did the same ad 4 times. Oh, here's the Dick Clark beheading segment, Robert, that we were talking about.
Howard Stern is taking
I
shock
just
jock
beheaded the
radio
guys.
to an all-time low.
Oh,
But two
everyone,
former Stern
it's Jay Leno.
fans will push it even lower.
Let's bring in some teenagers and see what they're about.
Wait, did they say we took it even lower?
Look at these photos. Why would either of them agree to, hey, one guy's going to be in the background, one guy's going to be in the foreground?
Listen.
Right off the bat, that should signal that something weird. Uh-oh.
Women's breasts? Damn, you finally got me stuttering. Do men want to see?
You don't like stuttering, John?
Women's breasts? Yes.
I'm not interested in any of your fucking compound bullshit
No,
either.
it's nothing to do with that.
All right.
If you look at the people who left did their own thing from this group, right? You've got you. Look at everything you've done. You got Anthony.
What exactly?
Davey Max Sports Program. Side Dave. The Tales from that. The Wrestling Done Podcast. 9 straight books, #1 on the rack.
Well, that's good. You know what? The 9 straight books thing on FM radio is pretty big. Oh, wait. 9 straight books? That's... No. 33 books, motherfucker. 9 years.
I got those mixed up. I was thinking it was 33 years and 9 books.
9 years. Oh, here we go. Look at this
Disc
picture.
jockey.
They look like
And
REM
Anthony
there.
Cumia was an air conditioning unit
Here's Anthony.
installer, and he
Oh,
wanted
that's
to get into
that's his Peter Buck
Anthony
days.
had a band, and that's how the two became
Look at that.
friends.
Oh, my
They were
Lord.
diehard
Oh, my God.
fans
There's a
of
bug on
Howard
his face.
Stern.
Oh, there's a bug
And
on
then
your
it just
face, huh?
evolved from there, and the two of them together, what a great chemistry.
What a great chemistry. You didn't hear shit.
What's more
You
offensive?
didn't know that I ever fucking did anything for the entire fucking channel, you fucking liar. I'm exposing your ass right now. Wow, Opie is fat as fuck. In that reenactment, I mean.
Oh, and I went, oh, that's not cool.
They did not do him any favor. No.
Hey, what did they get for Anthony?
Which is ironic.
They got like Les Claypool from the lead singer of Primus for Anthony, and they got some fucking fat blonde wrestler from Opie.
Which is
Not
funny
great
because
casting.
at that time, Opie was known for not having eaten for like 2 years. They just sat on the
They
beach.
was always dead.
What's up, buddy?
They're both been people.
He was in a car accident in Florida.
Oh, this is the mayor.
like a real news story.
He's really dead.
Who the fuck is this, Robert? Who is this kid telling us this story?
Told Opie and Anthony was that
Who we
Mayor
saw the
Menino
cast
was
they brought
actually
in.
on a flight
Sure, and I'm sure they'll have
while
all the
this
people
entire
like
thing was
Danny,
happening. So no one was able
Sam,
to contact him,
Travis.
including his family.
Opie and Anthony.
Well, whoever that little dork is should not be commenting. I guarantee you, he was like either 2 or he Googled fucking shit or
So we
either.
actually did do a little bit of prep. He didn't become a fan until like 5 years.
From WNBC,
what? Of who?
Opie and
helps
Anthony.
Opie and Anthony quickly land another gig doing afternoons in New York City on WNBC.
I'm not saying the kid doesn't have a right to an opinion. What I'm saying is there's 8 billion people who could be fucking speaking on this Vice documentary, you fucking cunty pieces of shit. Don't you fucking do any research at all, Vice?
You were. I was kind
That's
of.
a fucking snake sound for you, because I'm gonna fucking spit some fucking Irish Cobra venom
They knew the
in your
only way
ass.
to beat Howard is to go on the attack.
So what I was saying about that guy.
Look at the hair there. Oh, that's a wig.
he's
Oh, that's
making fun of
Anthony.
Stern.
That's,
He's doing his Stern
hysterical.
impression.
That's fucking
Yeah.
hysterical. I thought it was Howard for a second.
It's actually really good.
Yeah, I did. The funny thing is, we're talking over it, but the hands,
The mannerisms,
the hands,
yeah,
the
dude.
mannerisms of Anthony doing fucking Howard Stern was perfect.
But you look
I
at
can't look at this goddamn nerd anymore. Get him out of here.
you look at the end of the heyday of the jock era.
Yes, sir.
We talked about you. You want to take Anthony? He started his own media thing. Obviously, that's where we met. You look at Opie. He had
That's
his own
where we
show.
met.
That is where we met.
Right. That's where a star on the network
Perhaps feeling
fielded
from the much younger
a miscellaneous
Opie and Anthony,
email from a
Stern
desperate
decides to take his show
stranger
younger.
who said he
But
sent
in the
emails all
creepiest
over the
way
entertainment
imaginable.
industry is rejected, and I had empathy and I said, "Come on, Robert,
Yeah.
I am your god. You could come here, come with me now."
You could look at it that way. You could look at it like I just learned about Tim Tebow, where you're Pope Sabian at Florida and you just need that one ingredient. You find the diamond in the rough.
Yeah, all right.
But even Sam, you look at what he's
I'm
doing.
good with the latter. I'm good with the latter.
I can work with that too. You see what Sam's doing? He's doing
The
his
latter
thing.
was agreeing with you, you fucking idiot.
No, I'm saying I'm on board with you. It's my idea. Why wouldn't I be?
There's the studio that we worked at on the Ron Fez show.
Before it became Frank's place.
This is known as the fucking studio that Ron Fez built.
It was cool to see the girls I was
Is
working
what this
with
is called.
naked.
Now, this
Actually,
is
we
where-
don't want to be bringing up those names while there's what was a Klansman,
Shit, that'll never happen.
someone else with maybe a
What was their friend from
disability.
Florida? Who was the friend from Florida they would always bring up, and he would say things and then they'd make him go to like Harlem. And he'd be a real. You know, that's who it was.
Oh, Ron Fez?
Yeah, they had a buddy from Florida who would always talk shit, and then they'd bring him to New York, and every time he'd be like, "Yeah, I ain't scared."
Stunts like these
And then
Oh, I
they'd
know exactly
send
what you're
him
talking
to, like,
about.
The increasingly
Harlem.
dehumanizing
Wait, you
direction
mean
of the
their
show.
producer?
That kid? Yeah, that was trying to find a new job.
Oh
Yeah.
shit.
What
Uh
are
oh.
we doing? But
I forgot his
we're not
name.
But the
forcing
point
anyone
being,
to be
Stutter
here.
John, look at what he did. He tried to keep doing the same thing. Didn't make his own path,
Jackie,
whereas everybody else did. That's
Right.
why I don't like
I
Stuttering John.
I mean, fine. Jesus Christ. You realize that Stuttering John conversation ended? I think it ended like 10 minutes ago, and we've talked about, I think, a couple different topics since. And you just finally finished a Stuttering John conversation from a long time ago. This fucking marijuana is destroying you, but I love it. It's a party episode, dog. Cheers. You don't even have a goddamn beer. Pussy, get a fucking water or give me something.
It was goofy.
Physical to cheers. You better take a swig. I don't even give a shit if it's water. I respect that. I respect you're on the goddamn fucking water bottle.
Was that it was sexist and misogynistic. But you know, that's just what the Howard Stern show was in those days.
See, I don't mind. I don't mind. I don't know. I don't mind any
Stern marching to
of
his
these
own beat,
folks.
O&A
I
will
like
push
the
boundaries of
underlings
shock
on
jock
a lot of these shows.
breaking point.
Like, I've interacted with Shuli, who worked for Stern for a while.
Yeah, most of my interactions were always really cool. We always got along. I told you the one time that I was you brought up the David Letterman thing, and we brought it up on a couple of Davey Mack Tales from the Satellites ago. But I'll say it again real quick. When I was outside the David Letterman protest with the I'm a far right thing,
Yeah,
right wing lunatic thing. Sal and Richard came out and they were going to do a stunt or something outside.
Oh, really?
But they saw me and they said, "Oh, he's doing something." There was a bunch of cameras around me and they said, "Let him have his time." And they fucking left. And I thought that was incredibly cool. Like, I was like, that's awesome. And also because we had done the head nods, the things,
you see
the
him the whole way.
nods. Yeah.
You know the struggle. And
Yeah.
it feels like there is kind of a brotherhood of producers.
Yeah,
where it's like we all
and
know the
that's a
struggle.
true story. So rather than coming up, and I'm sure they had some great plan, but they just decided to totally bail on it and let me fucking get on CNN, MSNBC, and Fox News and shit. And I was on all that shit.
If you're looking to grow your career,
I made a couple fucking late night things. Like I think I did. There was if not Fallon or nah, he wasn't around then, was he?
Should we bring in the teenagers?
Well, no, he might have been doing the late show, late night or whatever.
In the early 2000s, Opie and
Why'd they
Anthony
get
seemed
some
to
guy
live the
so
mantra,
huge
however
for
low Howard
Opie? He
Stern
looks
goes,
like fucking Owen
we will go
Hart.
lower.
Did they just get the same guy from Dark Side of the Ring
My theory.
with Opie and put him in with Dark Side of the
Teen Week is
2000s?
unfortunately exactly what it sounds like. They did all this like really kind of horrible, dirty shit. Of
course.
Who is this guy?
And then they wrote a song parody about incest.
Wait, you told me this guy was a fan.
So I think
It doesn't
he
seem like
does
a fan now.
About it. He does a podcast about it. Started the fight.
The FCC
I
agreed.
think he's learned about
It sounds like he's burying him now.
Fine will make O&A question their outrageous behavior. Their answer comes in
So they just
two
got some
words.
fucking podcaster
Voyeur.
who means absolutely nothing to this story. Jeez.
With
Christ,
big glass
Vice.
walls. And
What
inside
the
of the bus
fuck is
were
this guy
women,
back
and they
on
were
the
naked.
television for?
They're already flashing. There we go. Beautiful. Now just stay next
So this is obviously the
The bus would just
bus
drive all
incident they're
around
talking
Manhattan.
about. Were you around for that?
Was I working for them? No.
Not for O&A, but for the.
I was
Were you,
listening
like-
to everything by then. 100% is. I told you as soon as I got into New York. Oh, was I in New York? No, I'm in New Jersey. I'm working for a living. You know.
Yeah.
I'm listening on the radio.
I was curious if you
Fans of the show
were
were
working
following the bus.
on. I wasn't time.
And then
Oh
suddenly
my
the
God! No,
police
this is WNW, brother. This is before
before
they went
left.
to XM.
Okay.
And don't forget O&A, then somebody else or whatever, and a couple, and then Ron Fez came to XM.
Oh, look at this.
Giuliani.
Yeah, boy.
But
Could have
not
gone
if
out
you
there
just
on top, huh?
sponsor the bus. Instead of going to jail,
Billy Idol,
O&A's new
Henry
notoriety
Rollins,
lifted
Maury
them to number
Povich,
one in the
Mick
afternoon.
Foley. Did I tell you about my
They signed
Henry
a
Rollins story on Ron
$30
Fez?
million deal that includes
What a
syndication of
fucking
their show.
dick this guy is.
Oh, I thought it was
Their
going to be a fun.
success only seems to fuel Stern's dislike of his young
I had a
rivals.
thing where I like to treat the fucking celebrities like guests. Treat the celebrity guests like fucking superstars. I would put the headphones on top of their heads for them because they
yes,
can
you
be
did.
confusing.
You did talk about this. I
Oh,
didn't
we
realize
did.
that
Did we
was
talk
Henry
about
Rollins.
this?
Yeah.
Well,
And then
tell
he-
me we talked about it. Then you stupid son of a
Once you
bitch.
started saying about the headphones, I realized. I didn't realize it was Henry Rollins.
Yeah, so well, I might as well finish the story
Yeah,
now in case
please.
someone missed the episode. I put the dude head. You know who accepted the headphones?
You're the
Okay,
champion of free speech.
people like
But Opie and Anthony
Sidney
don't
Pollack.
have to mention
Wow.
Stern's name to outshock him.
Bobby
Millions of their
McFerrin.
fans tune in for a stunt
I know Bobby
sponsored by
McFarlane.
Sam Adams beer called
Don't worry,
Sex
be
for
happy,
Sam.
Bobby McFerrin.
I know. I was
They
kidding.
would
Dana
get
Carvey.
couples who were
No
fans of
way.
the show,
You know
and they would
Dana?
have sex in public places.
Clarence
So they would
Clemens.
say, oh, we got Sally.
They
and
all
John and
No
accepted
issue.
the headphone treatment because it makes them feel special.
And
I'm gonna make sure that it doesn't hurt your ears. It's difficult for the person you can't see the fucking ears.
You're also making eye contact with the host. You're trying to
Damn it.
figure out what's going on.
Like, do this to Henry Rollins. Grabs the wrist. He twists it. He goes, no one puts headphones on Rollins.
Prominent symbols of Catholicism and
Hey,
faith,
who the fuck are you?
arguably in the country.
I might have made the last part up, but he said something to the effect of no one puts headphones on me or no one puts headphones. You know, whatever. You didn't have to grab the wrist and twisted it. Shit, I should have fucking fallen down, gone outside holding the wrist, smashed my wrist against the fucking wall, gone to the hospital with a million breaks. There's Pudgy Sabian.
Oh, obviously, Sex for Sam they're talking about now.
Okay, here we go. So this is what? This is when they got fired from NEW then.
You get the blame on anybody for that. Who you put?
And then the police are called.
Didn't go bad until they went to the church. So the church should have been kept off limits. I
agree
think
with
that would have been the whole thing.
Paul McCure.
And by the way, I don't care in particularly as a Catholic. I'm not a,
Me too. No issue with that.
not really.
My issue was
I like Christmas Eve mass. I do like that.
they are talking about it here, but Norton got arrested and kind of sprung to fame as a result.
Who did?
Jim Norton on the Foyer bus. When he was the third seat, he got arrested, spent the night in jail with Louis Black and all the strippers. So he kind of got some notoriety from it. Paul Mercurio is out with this couple.
Paul Mercurio kept on pushing.
Yep, and the security guard came. He's like, "What are you gonna do? Arrest us?" But no, and like basically pushed them into being arrested.
Yeah, you're right. All right, this is interesting.
Let's take a look.
All right, well, wow.
We made it to the arrest.
All right, we made it to the arrest. We made it to the end of part one. We're going to take a little halftime. It's time for a little Siggy Poo. I'm not going to lie. And we will be right back with a party episode, baby. It's Davey Max, Tales from the Satellite Edition number 8. Wait, episode number 8. Okay.
Not rendition.
I apologize.
And we'll be right back.
Did you see that, Robin? Another blatant example of how they're ripping me off. I'm an innovator. No one's ever original anymore. That was obviously a blatant ripoff of me, the king of everything. I'm disgusted. Okay, we're back, and I have some more. I'm being ripped off again, Robin. Have you heard this WAF Real Rock TV? They're filming inside the radio station with video cameras. Who thought of that, Robin? Me, Howard. I invented the video camera. And now they got this Real Rock TV, where they're going to be showing behind the scenes of a radio station. It's an outrageous ripoff, Robin. Well, we're out of time again. Wow, where does the time go, Robin? I got to get the plugs in, catch Jerky the Jackman at the Bayonne Comedy Toilet, and our interview with Stammering Jim tomorrow, where he actually kicks Mother Teresa. It's hysterical. I'd like to thank all of my guests today, and Robin, I want to thank you, and most of all, I want to thank me. And we'll see you next time. Are we done? Hey, Robin, that Real Rock TV, the tape I saw, it's really not that bad. It's a pretty good show, actually. I think I got some ideas from that.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Davey Mac, Tales from the Satellite.
And joining me, not as always, but as a new first-time appearance, or second, frankly, it's Howard Imus, everybody.
Hey, come on, everybody. Hey, fuck you, everybody. I hope you're enjoying this very special party episode of Davey Max Tales from the Satellite. Hey, fuck your mother. Fuck your dead dad. Hey, I'm going to have sex with your dad. Hey, I'm going to have sex with grandmother. I'm going to have sex with your father. I'm going to have sex with your sister. I'm going to have sex with the robot. I'm going to have sex with the fucking crocodile. I'm going to have sex with the Ewok. I'm going to have sex with Lucifer. I'm going to have sex with everybody. Hey, it's Howard Imus, baby. And I'm going to tell you Davey Max Tales from the Satellite edition episode. Excuse me. You know what? Too many leads. Episode number 8. Going there. And I said a party episode. Hope the east side of the is drinking. Come on, baby. Smoke them up, baby. What the goddamn and I say this. We got a lot of stuff to talk about. We got a lot of stuff to cover, Robert. So that's what I'd like to do.
Okay.
When Howard Imus wants to talk about things, Howard Imus talks about things. Sometimes Howard Imus talks about current everyday situation. You understand? I don't want to offend anybody, but I'm just going to let everybody know what's going on. You know, with Ronald Reagan and Nancy Bush is bullshit.
Oh, really?
You know, it's absolute bullshit. Now, the other thing is, did I tell you I suffered brain trauma the other day?
Oh, no, tell me more.
So
How did that make you feel?
It gets me facts and time and things confused.
Oh, really?
Yes, yeah, you know. But I just want to say this: Howard Imus is ready to get going and ready to continue with Davey Max Tales from the Satellite episode number 8. I'm gonna fuck Godzilla. I'm gonna fuck King Kong. I'm gonna fuck.
Most people come to St. Patrick's Cathedral to pray. One couple allegedly came to the New York City landmark to have sex.
Good morning! Based on a dare from radio hosts here in New York.
Hello.
They fired these two guys for orchestrating an obscene stunt in New York's most famous Catholic cathedral.
Shock Jocks Opie and Anthony had encouraged the couple people to have sex in locations where a producer was waiting to call in the play-by-play.
Opie and Anthony were fired and their nationally syndicated show canceled.
Did these shock jocks simply go too far?
When do you cross the line?
This is outrageous.
Oh, dear.
What are you, stupid? Huh? Just when everything was going good.
Greg Opie Hughes.
I like yam bags on the tool.
And Anthony Cumia.
I'm hoping for a big, fiery rear ender.
Broadcast an outrageous live account of a couple allegedly having sex right in New York's St. Patrick's Cathedral on a holy day of obligation.
Presided over the slaughter of a wild pig. Closed down San Francisco's Bay Bridge. Encouraged teenage girls to run naked. And invited listeners to compare the taste of eggnog and urine.
You're screwing everything up.
Shock jocks.
Not only does it involve obscenity in the most extreme form, the nerve of these people to actually have it as its setup.
No crap, Sherlock. Die. Die. Die.
Shit, piss, fuck, cunt, cocksucker, motherfucker, and tits.
And we're back, Robert. Are we back? Oh, we're back.
Welcome back to you, though.
Oh, I wasn't sure. So wait, was all that being live? Is that going to stay in the final edit of me laughing? And
Probably.
can we do it like a fade out and then fade back in, so that I'm not like taking off my costume, just for my own.
Definitely.
You just fade out, just for a second, fade back in.
You watch back?
Yes, I do. All Tales from Satellites?
Yeah.
Every single one, Daddy.
Stern is at war
That is
again.
true.
Howard just dug in. It was a full-scale attack.
So to
Howard's gone to
recap,
war with
Kill or
Eddie
be
Cow.
killed.
is that what's going on? And then also Howard's going to war with Opie and Anthony. And
It
again,
seems
the
like
big
he kind of
fat
gone-
Opie.
Yeah.
I can't get over the reenactment, guys.
Now, one
It's so
thing,
funny to me.
one thing your good friend White Jared, who was a part of all this,
White Jared Fishman, a.k.a. Jedi Jared, on the #1 fastest rising R-rated Star Wars podcast in the galaxy, known as Yaddle Chaddle, a Star Wars podcast. And yeah, I co-host it. And yeah, it's a success. And it's getting shout-outs all over the place, including the #1 show, Rebel Force Radio, which is realistically the #1 Star Wars podcast.
yours is fast right.
Fastest rising R-rated, I like to tell people, because there's truth in that.
I believe it.
Just that,
I've seen the bump.
you're rising from 16,000 to 12,000.
Yeah, what's wrong with that?
2000's Howard
But you're doing
Stern's
fast.
$100 million
fast.
The only thing I would correct is
Infinity
you're the
Broadcasting
host.
is proof that video has not
Well,
yet
no.
killed every
Jedi Jared's an
radio star.
important combination in that show.
Had a following of over 16
I'm a Sith.
million people at his
Hold
peak.
on, real quick. Fat face. Why is why does Tim Sabian look like blue glasses that look like they're made of like a Lego type of fabric?
The one thing they didn't talk about here at all is how he
He's not looking to
promoted
share
how
the
great
wealth or the
XM was,
spotlight,
how much better XM
especially
was,
not
how
with his two biggest competitors
XM
on
was so
radio,
superior.
Opie and Anthony.
And then when
Sirius
Here.
came to me. They said, if it means having to give you up, we would never hire them.
Liar, Howard.
That is a lie.
Tell the truth.
And that,
Wait,
Old lady
there's-
with the
that's
tight
a
curls
weird
on
lie.
TV with the hip-hop clothes at 55 years old.
They were ruthless.
I mean, I guess
There
I
was no
wasn't there.
limits. They would just keep pushing.
but I tend to
understand
not
the shock
believe
jock
what
wars
Howard
of the
said
2000s,
because
we need to dial it back to the 80s.
he just wanted to stick up Sirius XM for as
Stern's
much
early
money as he
days in
could, which he
Washington,
did. He got the $100 million.
as a young DJ willing to stretch the
And
boundaries
that's
past
why
breaking point.
he did that.
that's who we know today.
But I mean, come on.
You know who I am? No.
So he lied.
Don't play by the rules. I don't play by the rules, baby.
He doesn't play by the rules. He's got my math teacher, my calculus teachers, Mr. Milosh's face and mustache. But
Not particularly. No, what don't you like about
I'll tell you what, baby, plenty of Hollywood movies produced by Ivan Reitman's gonna
After years of playing at
be able to
Saturday
give you
stations
lots
in
and lots of
Hartford and
Botox
Detroit,
and plastic
Howard Stern finds his
surgery.
voice
A
in the
little
nation's
fitting of the
His
features. Don't
ratings
think
at
we've
DC
had a
101
nip and duck
earned a
stirred. I know
28-year-old
you're.
a 5-year,
I know
$1
you're
million
goddamn
contract to bring his
dermatologist and
brand of
facelift
radio
guy
to
in
afternoons on
Miami.
WNBC.
You didn't think I did you? Shitting bricks, aren't you, brother?
As I'm looking at all
you
of
are.
Stern makes his living abusing
looking at
and
all the
attacking
evolutions of
anyone
Stern's mics
and
over the years, I
anything.
realized Roy told me to buy pop filters for this, and I completely forgot.
And he was kind of insulting. But even more than that,
So, do you feel
Wait.
like
was intelligent. I'm Michael
This is
Harrison,
definitely the.
and in the
This
2000s,
is not
I
the.
was owning radio stations.
This
on
is the
radio,
first episode, you
programming
fucking
stations, running
idiot.
Talkers
You
magazine.
got to put on the
I was
next
doing
part.
The same thing I'm doing
Yes,
now.
yeah. I don't know. You can keep it in or edit it out. I'll keep talking to have fun with it. But you put on the same part, you goddamn fucking moron. But thankfully, we caught it 4 minutes in, as everyone else is probably freaking out.
Stern clashes with WNBC's morning man,
Well,
Don Imus.
it's the second
Outspoken
part.
radio legend who's been
Then they're
thrilling
just
listeners
reusing
since
the exact
70s.
same footage.
Imus became.
It seems like the exact same footage. No. Oh yeah, check the time codes. 4441. Those cocksuckers.
1994. From the murky banks of terrestrial radio, a new hope begins to rise.
Opie and Anthony are radio shock jocks known for setting up outrageous stunts. People sure are listening.
Two Long Island natives who together would one day change the world as broadcasting's greatest duo. After 20 years, these children of the 80s have arrived.
Their hugely popular radio show is not just in New York anymore.
Opie and Anthony show. The hottest show there is.
Through 55-gallon drums and wiffle ball bats.
Oh, in it. You push it in until you're comfortable.
From mayors to mayor.
It was April Fool's hoax by 2 radio disc jockeys.
With bottle rockets and bra bombings. And wieners and pigs.
Opie and Anthony got their hands on the photo and tweeted it.
Two men that have taken a box of cocks further than any.
Well, these people will definitely stop. Guaranteed. Lift up the...
They've met friends along the way.
I have a raging heart-on right now. Can I please put my dick in your donuts?
And through fines, scandals, suspensions, cancellations, and terminations, it's the one show that remains unscathed. Striking fear into the hearts of management everywhere comes a radio show that after 20 years remains above all else real. This is the Opie and Anthony Show.
But enough of this palaver. Let's get the show on the road.
We are back. We are back, ladies and gentlemen.
Shock jocks have waged war for 2
We have
decades
to
on the FM
talk to
dial.
them while we're watching the previously on because we were just there. So Robert and I just took a halftime break, and we're having a great time. And again, we're hoping you are too. No, honestly, this is a party show. We deserve it. We earned it. But also, we're having fun. And we've given you a couple of stories. Listen. I gave you that Tim Sabian stuff. I didn't even realize Tim Sabian was in this shit. I watched the first 15 minutes of this, and I said, we have to just do an episode of Tales from the Satellite on this. This is what we have to do. This is why I said to the guy. So after 50 minutes, I didn't see everybody. I didn't realize Tim Sabian wasn't as much. But then I'll say this.
They despised each other.
We took a halftime. Robert and I smoked a little bit. A beer or two.
That was Opie smashing the guitar.
Let's confirm. Yeah. Well, that's coming up on today's episode. But here's the funny part, folks. We started the episode. We were riffing and rolling. We actually had some great material. We were doing it for 4.5 minutes until we realized we were playing part 1 again. We were playing part 1 again.
Yeah. Part on us, part on Vice. It was mislabeled on.
Was it mislabeled on Vice's?
That it was like the first one still. Like the page had an up
The bad job on your part, Vice. Robert brings all this equipment in. He's recording the fucking shit. The least you could do is label this shit correctly, for Christ's sake.
Make us stealing it easy.
By the way, this is the second part of Dark Side of the 2000s.
Sure. So
On Vice, narrated by Mark McGrath, and here's Opie and Anthony.
So right now they're saying Howard's jumping to satellite, getting tired of getting bashed by the guys on terrestrial, and they're pointing out that Opie and Anthony were already there. Here's Edda.
Opie and Anthony were on XM and doing a fantastic job. There's the St. Patrick's thing, but you know, oh, look at that! That's the old XM studios. Oh my God, that is those XM studios make me feel like I'm looking at heaven. That was the greatest studio of all time. Who is that little freak? Was he an intern for ONA?
Not while like they were at their. I don't know.
The little kid
is helped along by something that happened 9 months earlier at Super
I
Bowl
believe
38.
so. He was predicting. You know, he's all about predictions and stuff, and he was predicting BLM before it happened there. And obviously, there's some singer there
The biggest show
and the band.
in any genre.
What is this? We're watching fucking football.
Everybody watching, it's almost mystical.
That put on the Super Bowl halftime.
Jesus fucking Christ.
We're watching the Super Bowl. And William Shatner and Leonard Nimoy.
One thing we were pointing out is, so Opie and Anthony are on XM, but Howard was trying to get there first. So he did a lot of promo, how great it was, freedom and all that stuff, and then didn't get the contract he wanted. So Opie and Anthony at the time would cut it promo, play it as commercials, and try to get it off.
I mean,
now they're showing that.
That was absolutely brilliant on ONA's part and strange by Howard's part, but also honest. One of the more confusing things and one of the more mysterious things of all time, as an employee of XM, the superior company, and as an employee of Sirius XM, the inferior company, is that XM encouraged creativity. It truly was, and like 100%. Ron Fez want to do the Super Bowl or whatever, we could do the goddamn fucking Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Like, it was that. There was no grid. There was no Matrix. There's no bullshit. It wasn't fucking Star Wars Andor, where you have to hit up like 9,000 bureaucratic fucking texts in order to fucking simply do something fun for you. Like, to do something fun
because if they're not on their best behavior
for them.
Unemployed.
We would like to do something creative for you. I can't tell you the amount of ideas and specials and things that I had, because that shit was just percolating left and right. By the time there was even special delivery Sam and Dave and Davey Max Sports Program, I got ideas left and right. I had all these like specials. Oh, we can't do that. The grid. The grid? What the fuck does that mean? So I'm telling you this a month in advance. You can't then fucking remove. What the fuck? But maybe that was just me. Who knows?
So many of last Ron and their moments, even some of the things we talked about here, the 24-hour show, all things
This
like
is
that.
all XM because XM allowed flexibility. Very simple. If you're satellite radio, why would you be fucking so stringent like your FM radio in terms of, you know, there has to be this and that. At least at late night. At least at late night. And if there's no fucking live programming, I always say, someone wants to do a special, that special takes over the fucking pre-records or the tape or the best ofs or whatever.
Not, yeah.
It's better for everyone. It's better for business.
Absolutely.
God damn, there's only so many times people can listen to the same goddamn sketches all the time. Who the hell is Mr. Kamar's in?
The issue is when you get a company so big and so bureaucratic, like you were talking about.
Who the fuck is this?
It's all the FCC talking.
All right, go back on your point, because I don't even like the
what
looks of this
what
guy.
they're doing right now is explaining why all the jocks wanted to go to.
I mean, the hair.
business people.
Too much for an older man like that. You just have a nice short trim. You have a beautiful head of hair. I understand wanting to show it off, but it just doesn't fit.
I get it.
Okay, there's a stud guy. He's a nice guy. Drank a beer with him, I think. Now I think about the Christmas party. Sirius XM, nice guy. Doug, Davey Mack here. Give me a ring, buddy. Who's that? That's wonderful. Is that Pam Oliver?
I feel like the commercials they're going through now are going to be a little too much.
Had become so complacent. I'm Lee Abrams.
Oh, hold on. I just realized what Lee Abrams looks like. Fat George Lucas. Hi. Yeah, I invented XM radio and Sirius XM. I'm a fat moron who gave Howard Stern $900 billion. And then I wonder, why our company's nearly broke now. I'm Lee Abrams, fat George Lucas. I'm a fucking dickwad.
But it's also still home
I
to radio's
invented,
biggest
the things that I told him, I go, Howard, one of those people that, you should replace Jackie the Joke Man with, Jar Jar the Joke Man. That's what I said to Stern.
Our CEO,
he didn't take kindly. I said, fuck you, Stern. You want your goddamn, $9 billion a year. Laugh at my fucking jokes, fucking fat George Lucas here. That's me,
Our CEO insulted.
Yeah, Lee Abrams, fat George Lucas. That's me, Howard, can I suck,
makes the mistake
what can
of
I
comparing
suck?
what
I mean,
Howard
just...
does on the air to his old rival, Don Imus.
Who's that
Boy, did
guy?
that turn him off.
Going, sure.
Yeah, go ahead.
We're gonna
but it does feel like
There's
at
a
the
way
time,
to deal
XM
with folks like that.
is what
Our
podcast
CEO
became.
didn't get
There was
that.
a lot more flexibility. Okay, doing a regular thing, but every once in a blue moon, you can go a little longer.
I think that's satellite radio. That's why I'm
Sirius, but Sirius in particular, on the other hand, was much more rigid. They tried to keep the traditional radio model, and then when
100%, and I'm going to tell you exactly why. Sirius only hired fucking FM program directors. No, not Jocks. Everyone worked on terrestrial radio. It was that Sirius only hired FM program directors, general managers, and fucking bullshit con artists. The most overrated job in the history of entertainment is a general manager or program director of a radio station. Put together some good talent, get the fuck out of the way. That's all you gotta do. Sell some goddamn ads, dummy.
Opie and Anthony were damaged goods. They did
But Sirius hired all of these FM dudes.
They didn't hang out. They didn't grab
XM,
lunch.
of course they hired people in radio, FM and AM. But they also were hiring artists before Sirius kind of got the idea. They were also giving shows to artists before Sirius got the idea. They're also letting talent do spin-offs and expanding their work before Sirius got that idea. And they were also allowing other people and new people to produce rather than, 20-year-old antiquated fucking, goddamn FM producers. And that's the thing.
She would come on the show and show her boobs. She'd do with the whole night.
What is this?
And Anthony was obsessed with her.
Oh, jeez.
Even get onto the website because people.
What's happening here, Robert?
They're talking about Pal Talk.
Here's the opening of the segment.
Out the good ones. Did she? Yeah, last night we were sitting on the couch and she was like, "Yeah, that's a good one. She's kind of cute."
Great.
Yeah.
Great.
And
Now
you're
known as Lobster Girl, Anthony and his wife are soon doing more
Would you
together
like to,
than just looking at her photos.
comment
Anthony
on
and
these
his wife
things.
would take Melinda home, and
So
they would
right
have
now they're
threesomes
describing
all the
how
time.
Anthony and
This
his
eventually led
wife
to
found a
Anthony's
hot
divorce.
chick to have threesomes with whenever Anthony wanted.
I'm paying support.
Do I have a comment? Yeah, he's the fucking man.
I'm just wondering.
Dave, where are the threesomes?
Where
Where are the other women?
I
here?
don't have.
Anthony was with Melinda,
What are
his
we
new
doing?
girlfriend.
I have
And
one
he's happy.
sums.
But Opie's not happy because Anthony was
Opie
bringing
is
Melinda to
upset.
the radio station every day. It's like the
And
Beatles
now Melinda's
practicing,
there,
Yoko Ono
and it's
was
like the
sitting there
Beatles.
watching. Opie wouldn't look at her.
I
He was
know,
downright
but-
rude. And he went to his agent and he
okay.
said, "I quit.
So I gotta
I
correct
can't do
you.
this anymore. I'm done."
Who
And
is
Bobby
this
even
guy?
said, "Are you crazy? You're going to
It's
become
like
millionaires. Is there
the
anything we
fuck?
can do to salvage this?"
Yeah,
And
Opie wasn't
said,
mad that Yoko
"There's
Ono
this
was
guy,
bringing
Jim
up the Beatles. He was mad that now
And
he
he
had
was
to
brought
spend
into the
time
show
with his
and
wife.
provided a buffer
Used to be a
between
double
Opie and
date. Now Anthony was doing his own thing, single, and
Jimmy
Opie
was
didn't
an
have that.
incredible talent.
Wasn't so much that actually Jordan.
I know. All right, here we go into the Norton segment here.
I'm Tim Sabian.
By the way, I kind of like the way that sketch looked. It looked kind of cool.
26 years.
Was that for XFL or something?
XM. It was their promo that they were on XM.
It was a commercial?
Yeah.
On October 4th, 2004,
I thought that was maybe like an XFL thing. Oh, there's D-Rock, that fat fucking backstabbing piece of shit. There's beautiful Jim Norton and Anthony looked great.
What a cluster F.
The threesome immediately unleashed an offensive barrage against Howard Stern and his family.
I saw a picture of him hanging out with a couple of his daughters, and one's just
Here we
got
go.
the biggest set of tits on it.
Oh, Jesus.
Big Jewish tits. Right?
Okay.
Yeah, go
Oh,
drive
Lord.
her off to college. You know what happens there?
No.
Legs akimbo in the dorm room. Ooh, you're
Yikes.
Howard's daughter, aren't you?
2 days later, Howard upstages O&A's resurgence by announcing he'll be leaving terrestrial radio in 15 months to join the rival satellite company,
Yo.
Radio when I got into this 20-something years ago.
Do you think that O&A got him into the satellite game with that comment? I mean, obviously, when someone is going to announce something, they've been playing it for a long time. But what do you think?
So I think Howard was trying to be
What do you
the
think
first.
it's the inverse? O&A heard that Howard was about to announce that he was leaving the Sirius in 2 days, and so they decided to go off. What happened there?
I think honestly what happened is Sirius didn't have Howard. He was going to go to XM, but Opie and Anthony got a deal done first. And now Howard can't be the second jock to sign on to XM. So he had to go to Sirius. He had to rework the deal.
See, I think Howard would have been okay with going to XM if he got the crazy serious money. I think that if XM had been, quite frankly, so stupid to give him all that money, because it is stupid at the end of the day. I know the Howard Stern brand is huge. I'm not trying to get that. I'm a Howard Stern fan, like I said. I miss and like the Mad Dog, O&A. We didn't. Obviously, Ron Fez first and foremost, but like it to get like a guy, to pay a radio guy $100 million a year, and off the bat, it was 4 days a week or 3 days a week off the bat. Bad sign.
Jared's what led to the downfall. Like they got so tied up in the money with him, they're like a loss now.
What
right off.
Jared? My
Jared. Yeah.
Jedi Jared.
He was saying, he thinks that it's a tax write-off. It's a constant loss. They flex their numbers because if you get a new car, it comes
I
with
think you
it.
gotta hit the skip ad button again. I'm so sorry.
No. I appreciate it.
I apologize. I will try to keep that mic going. That'd be this will be the first time you can do it with the microphone.
Yeah.
I've thought you should be able to do it because your cord is so long, but you're just like always putting the microphone down and shit.
Yeah.
Now you're getting a little fucking user. You're doing a little Indiana Jones, brother. That's like a fucking whip, Robert. Come on, baby. Is this, you know what? This is surprisingly one of the greatest party shows of all time. Let's party. It's pumpkin party. It's the Davey Mack Tales from the Satellite, episode 8. Party edition.
In the early 2000s,
you know what?
Howard Stern's divorce
Get him
from
up in
his
the air.
wife,
Let's go.
Allison,
If you're
is
watching on
generating
television,
media headlines.
sláinte.
But just as Howard
And
ridiculed
cheers
rival
and,
John DeBella's divorce 10 years earlier,
grazie and all the things. Merci, beaucoup. All the things, all the nice languages out there in the world. There's O&A at Sirius, or actually at XM, 57th Street, greatest studio of all time.
Right now they're talking about how Stern was going to bring up Anthony's divorce, and Anthony was like, I'll just get your ex-wife on. We'll see whose divorce is more entertaining. Anthony kind of put all of his stuff out. What I really appreciate about going back and looking at
Anthony
O&A,
said he would put on Howard's ex-wife?
Yeah, he was like, well, have her on and we can talk about your divorce. We'll see what's more entertaining.
Actually brilliant. You have to do that, though. I mean,
Nope.
Well, that's Howard's wife there. She's on the Celebrity Poker. I've seen her before.
All it showed me when I found out the details was
Saw her with the guy from Creed. They went viral. The guy from Creed and her had some sort of meltdown where they were. They each apparently accused each other of cheating during poker. And they started throwing poker chips at each other's faces.
It's a very Christian thing to do.
Fucking bizarre. No, yeah. But you know what? That Scott Stapp did not actually have any injury. do anything up here, up into his eye area. You know why? Because his eyes were not wide open. You like that?
Yeah, I was thinking you were doing something with the arms, but I like that.
But not all of Howard's longtime staff.
That was a song from Creed by Scott Stapp. Go ahead.
This feels like you wait until I go to make a point to then do.
Countless millions.
We are party. This is what party shows look like, my friend. All right, go ahead. I want to hear.
But like that move is what Opie and Anthony did to fight back there. Was just we care less than you do, so we'll do whatever you do to us right back. But it'll hurt you more.
You see,
if you're playing for second place, I kind of like.
Yeah, crazy the amount of money.
I thought it was a war that was unnecessary because Howard Stern was on the morning and O&A did afternoon drive, and I was always confused. It felt to me like it could have been Ruth and Garrick the entire time, and I didn't understand why people just chilled out and said, O&A, like, again, 3 to 7 is perfect, and also there is no like special thing like I know it's been years. Oh, commute. Listen, when you do something special, it doesn't matter. And Howard had the morning, and O&A could have had the evening and the afternoon drive, and also that is a drive time hour. I just didn't get it. It felt like instead of Ruth and Garrick, it became Willie Mays versus Mickey Mantle. Made no
Could you
sense.
say it became, as conspiracy theorist Jedi Jared likes to go to, could you say it was like Don Imus and Howard Stern? Because it was kind of the same treatment that Imus gave Stern, where he was doing mornings and was calling him "I hate you," trying to start a war with his own station.
So
and Howard
repeating what
Anthony are on the
Imus
same
did?
station. Howard's the morning guy.
Wow. So you're saying Imus? So you're saying Stern repeated Imus?
Kind of just did what Imus did to Opie and Anthony.
That's a mind blowing. And who? That's Jedi Jared came up with that.
Jedi Jared, yeah.
He goes, yeah, well,
Pretty spot on analysis.
that's a horrible way to do it. Not stand up for your employee that took care of you for the
God
past
damn it,
8 years.
Jared.
You
know what? This is the last appearance for Howard Imus. But let me goddamn tell you something, Jared. You fucking, you called it right. I told you, be motherfucker. You cocksucker motherfuckers. And I did that for money. Hey, 8:15, everybody. Hey, there's traffic on 995. Make sure you're going, on the left lanes in the westbound. And if you're going eastbound, get off the exit entirely. Hey, it's goddamn Howard Imus in the morning. Hang up. Quack. Let me tell you something, Jedi Jared. You're not as dumb as you fucking look, but you are as ugly as you think. Okay? Let me tell you something, you dumb porky motherfucker. That's a goddamn fucking good conspiracy theory. Howard Imus giving you the goddamn. He'll give you 15 points for Jedi Jared and the goddamn. This is the last appearance for Howard Imus today. That's it.
Sure, Howard Imus, while you were on it was interesting to note how all the people who walked away for the Stern money were complaining about money.
And then they're like, can I get back in on that money? I'll do it. I never complained about getting back in on any kind of Sirius XM money because I got paid peanuts. I've made more money on every radio station progressively that I've gone to. Sadly, they just Steve Blatter, who's a fucking Doonesbury character with no brain in his head. I don't know if Steve Blatter still works there, but he's a fucking doofus if you've ever seen one. And Rob Cross is a goddamn moron. Oh, look at this.
15 years. I left to go
That's
to
pretty goddamn good money.
$85,000 a year. I got kids.
We have our new announcer today. New announcer John Melendez today, and I must say,
he made $85,000 over 18 years.
Not Howard Stern.
Over 15 years.
$5,000 a year. He was like, I should be making more after 15 years.
I think. Or was he saying, I made $85,000 after 15 years?
No, he was looking for a big shot.
I think never would have hired John ever. Not out of college, certainly.
God damn, spoiled fucking brats.
And he
said, what a piece of shit. Welcome to this weird ass goddamn America. Hey, this guy's getting mad at getting paid $85,000 a year.
This is another staggering difference between
and I was defending
Stern.
Stuttering John, wasn't I?
Yeah. But this is another stuttering difference. There's a stunning difference because Anthony and Opie, when Jim had his opportunity to go do Leno stuff, couldn't have been more excited for him. Like, made it work. They would bring in other rotating co-hosts so he could do it. They'd have call-ins so he could still get paid for being a part of the show. Whereas when John got the opportunity, Stern said he's dead. I think it's an important message about like when the people who your supporting cast starts to shine.
I've never done a Howard Stern impression since Anthony does it so well. There's no even point to try.
It was big.
I like this. I still love the reenactment, folks.
As a weapon, and they called themselves the Pests.
Oh, the pest!
Love our pests.
Uh-oh.
We love the fact that
What's this all about? I definitely have not seen this portion of the doc. This is brand new shit.
Pests have been disrupting media events all across New
Shouldn't
York
that
City.
P be capitalized? That's just a bad job right there.
This is when Stern was doing his big opening day celebration at the peak of the assault of the media. And the pests were fired up. Guys like No Filter Paul were there.
What's your fucking problem, man? I love these reporters as if they own the entire city. As if, you know, everything. What's your fucking problem? Oh, goddamn, Sulu.
Howard Stern. Thank you, George Takei.
And Howard is officially on air at Sirius.
Welcome to the world of censor-free satellite radio.
Once again, Opie and Anthony intrude in Howard's moment by goofing on their one-time role model satellite debut.
Starting his satellite radio career. Hoo-hoo. You can just hear the excitement. Wait, listen. Wow.
Did I hear? No, I thought I did. For a second, I thought I did.
This time, Howard responds to the duo's ridicule.
Howard's gonna get upset.
When we were doing our farewell show, I felt bad for Opie and Anthony. They're so desperate to be famous. 10 or 20 fans show up with signs.
Oh boy.
Howard Stern wasn't innocent in all of this either. He just dismissed them.
Matt Provenzenzo. They put his goddamn lower third up so quick, but at that time I caught it. Matt Provenzenzo. Hey, Matt Provenzenzo. You apparently weren't born or didn't actually go outside and hang out with people during the O&A Howard Stern years. Maybe sit this one out. Hey, Vice.
He was underpaid.
What are you, a fucking goddamn moron? You're putting this motherfucking fat Lego glassed moron Tim Sabian with the fucking blue Lego glasses? Him? And Paul Provenzenzo?
The big difference was
there's a big fucking me!
Uncensored as well.
East Side Dave, you fucking idiots!
We would always mosaic and
You didn't do your goddamn research, Vice.
Look at the boobies. Just take a big swallow and do it.
You fucked this one up, Vice. Paul Provenzenzano.
Now broadcasting on
and fucking Tim Sabian. You know how many goddamn companies Tim Sabian's been fired? That motherfucker.
You want to ride the Sibian?
He had never heard O&A and Ryan Fez before he got the job. Trust you me. I talked to him.
How excited do you think Sabian was that the thing was called a Sibian? I think he just pretended that the girls were like mispronounced.
He fucking snowballed all of you. And then the motherfucker is so drunk. So, okay, fine. Okay, I'll say it right now. Okay, you know what? Part 2 needs a goddamn controversy because I gave you a little Tim Sabian controversy part 1. Here's part 2. So mainly the reason why I'm banned from the Sirius XM building is because I gave the email to
Tim
Sabian, Don Wicklund, and perhaps a host on Sirius XM, a host that I'm getting along with now. I've got no issues with. In other words, I've got no issues with the fucking host. So
What'd you do to Sway?
Waste decomposing in the landfill
What?
contributes to
Sway?
18%
In the
of
morning?
total US
No, I'm
emissions
talking
that
about
come
a
from
goddamn O&A virus
global warming.
host.
I thought you and the M&M Studios had a beef.
So I sent an email and I said to the host, you know, perhaps, blah, blah, blah. And then I said to Tim Sabian, you're an inept alcoholic. And then I said to Don Wicklund, you're a little cockroach. You'll survive everything, which he will. No talent hack. As far as Tim Sabian goes,
fix the fucking phone.
As far as Tim Sabian goes,
machine was this creepy
he truly is an inept alcoholic.
That's who invented the Sibian.
No, you have to hear this, bro. I sent this email.
Orgasms. I want to set this down.
There was an unmasked or some shit. A lot of people went back to a bar.
That's a little creepy, and that guy has too much time in
Okay,
his hands.
and Sabian and everyone, and because Sabian's an alcoholic and it's a bar, he's hanging out, he's partying with everybody, and he showed people my fucking email
Vibrating and stuff.
about how but he was laughing.
Oh shit!
Laughing and laughing and laughing. So I said, hold on. If you're fucking laughing, I'm gonna fucking sue every motherfucker on this entire planet. And I got my fucking people to fucking email SiriusXM and said, this motherfucker is reporting me to HR. But this was radio speak in an email.
Yeah,
okay, it's what fucking radio people do to radio people. I'm sorry, but that is the case. And Opie and Tim and fucking, whoever, Wicklin, the little, they get that. Here's the point. Sabian was the one. So as soon as I said that, guess who got fired? 3 days later, Tim fucking Sabian.
Dave wins again.
So Dave wins again. People don't know that. Inside shit.
It was a business.
You've been exposed, and don't call me out, because I got 35 goddamn witnesses at the bar. You drunk, blackout, alcoholic, fat Lego wearing blue fucking sunglasses, piece of shit. I'll fuck you up.
People showed up.
Not in a physical way, in a verbal way. Because you're a piece of shit.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Somebody's been.
All right, where are we?
We're talking about.
Came in for Playboy evaluations.
What's going on? The show's still on?
Yeah, they're talking about Playboy.
Playboy's still going on. Hey, get on the sex buddy. Hey, we have a new bull. We've got a new writing machine. Come on.
Some people who came into that, they were not ready for the critiques and the criticism. What are you doing this to yourself?
In all honesty, I never thought girls on the radio worked. And actually, I know I like ladies. Don't get me wrong.
This was
but
more
on the
for
radio,
TV,
when we're
though.
listening, it's just like, I prefer to hear comedians.
I feel like part of that was more designed.
Howard helped Sirius gain an
Go ahead,
XM in the
Robert.
subscriber race.
You
But
feel
both
like what?
companies are
I'm sorry,
losing
you're
money
frustrated.
From the
Go
cost
ahead.
of launching satellites,
No, it's fine.
expensive programming.
Hey, I just
They're
I
onto
didn't go
something,
crazy.
they're
Go
onto
ahead,
something completely new now.
Go ahead.
As media fragmented,
They're looking at ways to adapt radio,
podcasts, and onto smartphones.
smartphone,
It was less
pod-
and less audience for
I
satellite
feel like
radio.
the thing that kind of resulted from all this, the merger, and as I was saying earlier, like XM was creative, had all the opportunities, but Sirius dominated the merger, and you guys tried to transition to regular radio instead of adopting into podcast. Like if you look at what you guys had going on here, Pal Talk, which is basically the equivalent of a modern podcast. You had multiple cameras going at once so people could see all the angles of the studio.
Yeah, that's true too.
And then when you got over to Sirius,
It's
all that stuff
inspiring,
kind of
Robert.
went away because they were trying to adapt to the strict radio.
Well, thank you for that, Rod. I mean, I'm not saying about me. I'm saying about you're saying this about the virus. The Ron Fez O&A.
Yeah, that whole channel was
no
basically
question
the start
about
of a
it.
real,
I think there was way more innovation at XM and on that channel. I think a lot of people should be proud. There's Jimmy, and then he got that thing.
So basically, this was the walk. They had
What
a
happened?
Howard Stern fan touch them, so they're beating up a Howard Stern fan.
And I think it went a little too
Thing.
far.
They're saying that's a little too far. Can you imagine?
Wait, that's Master Poe. He's the same guy who karate kicked me in the stomach. I can testify, yes, he goes too far. I can personally testify that specific motherfucker goes too far. Maybe not the show,
There was a homeless guy
but that
that hung
specific
out
mother-fucker,
outside the
Master
studio.
Poe, yes, he
nicknamed him
karate
Homeless
kicked me in the stomach
Every single day
like
they
a
would interview him,
big
and
goddamn
one day on the
fucking
walkover, he
idiot.
pulls out a
Yes. He
Oh,
went too
here's
far.
the moment.
Oh, shit.
No, and then Opie says, wait, let me see that.
So is this a bad thing?
Opie stomped on the.
That's the clip. Okay, see, I'm not sure if I've ever seen
But
it.
now let's see if they actually explain.
Because I always hear about it.
You know, I earned that, man.
Well, they
And Opie
gave
and
him
Anthony
some money.
and Jim are laughing in his face. And it's
just as horrible as it sounds.
Okay.
And then we ended up laughing for 20 straight
Okay.
minutes.
So that's Jock.
I know. It's just. I know. And that's not good.
People
And
would
that
try to
probably
use
even
this
at the
as fuel
time.
to try to get him
At the
fired.
time.
Is it too much?
But
what is going too far?
Certainly, this
But it never
gentleman,
worked
this
in
new
getting
thing
Opie
of
fired.
taking certain incidents and putting them in today's, parliaments of society is just total bullshit. You can't do it.
The game last night between Rutgers and Tennessee, the women's final. Man, they got tattoos, and that's a nappy-headed hose there.
Oh, there's the haircut line.
Then pile on by accusing Imus of using the N-word.
Oh, for the base.
One thing I will say about
Howard's
this, he will
turning pro
call you
cancel
to your
culture.
face.
Trying to get rid of Imus at this point.
If you don't have any power,
Wait, Howard just said the N word,
talking to his girlfriend,
but he was saying it not like an angry way, but he said he said Imus will call you an N word to your face, but he he actually said the N word too.
Defend their pal.
What the fuck went on these days?
All weekend.
But again, even with that cake thing, like you and I, there are a few people in the world who love Big A as much as you and I. And Fez would be rivaling that love. Like Fez behind the scenes loved Big A more than anybody, but on air they had a rivalry. It would be like if you cut Fez shitting on Big A, and we're like, look at how mean this guy was to Big A. You could make it look horrible if you didn't know that behind the scenes, like they took really good care of their homeless Andrew.
I don't know. Did they give him any money? I don't know that. How do you know it? I don't know. I wasn't there.
I wasn't there.
Have you
either.
talked to E-Rock? You fucking work with the guy. He's a big moron. Go ask him.
You're both
He'll
people.
give you the answer.
I'm pretty sure both hosts
He's an
have
idiot.
commented on it.
Just bribe him with some, chicken wings or, something fat. And then he'll eat it and he'll give you the answer. So tell him he's a stupid moron. Ask E-Rock, because I would like to know if they gave him something good.
So as I was saying, both Opie and Anthony have commented on it and have said that they gave him a ton of money and took really good care of him, and that not Keith, Club Soda Kenny set him up with a shelter and got him to a good life, and that I hope he's doing well. Yeah. So we don't have to do the whole ski rock. We good.
What?
If you want a
I just meant we
workplace
didn't even have to
that is
do
more
the whole
than just an office, you want a place
Well, it's
that's
fun.
aligned with your mission.
Don't forget,
aligned
Davey
with your
Max Tales
environmental
with
values.
salad, brother.
That's Kearney
We
Point.
gotta fucking bring a little pain. And by the way, it's a partying show. And by the way, I'm on a partying show. I'm gonna say whatever the fuck it is I want. Hook hard. And not even you, Bobby Tamburro, or anybody gonna tell me what I can say on Davey Max Tales from the satellite. No, we're just busting balls. Is he gonna take that offensive? Is that fucking, chubby idiot gonna take it offensive? Come on, don't take it offensive.
Oh,
right.
homeless Charlie.
Homeless Charlie.
How he'd love fuck.
And George Bush wife? Oh, that bitch to death.
Wait, what's going on now?
So basically, they had homeless Charlie in, and they were asking questions, things, fuck Bart Bush, things about Condoleezza
In the
Rice.
aftermath of the Don Imus firing, even O&A suspect they may have gone
Suspect
too
they
far.
might have gone too far, says Mark McGrath.
Our last show. That's the environment we're in now.
They're right to be worried. XM suspends the duo following.
They got suspended for 30
from
days.
satellite radio. Why would you get suspended?
And regret any offense
It's fucking.
that this segment has caused.
You have to pay for it.
Absolutely, and you know
You
what it
shouldn't get
is.
suspended for anything that you have to pay for. The second it becomes a premium service, no. No suspension. No, I'm sorry.
Especially with the XL channels, like you're gonna hear offensive
That's
stuff.
ridiculous. Yes, there was an XL warning.
Yeah.
Well, hello. Good morning.
But not all publicity is good.
I gotta tell you, this is some of the. I'm very.
New York City take a big hit.
I'm very sad
Just
in
as
some
there's a
ways. I want this to
seismic
be
shift
a
happening in the
happy
world of
party
satellite
show.
radio.
But
Sirius
the
and XM,
snowball is
each
rolling
facing
into where we
bankruptcy
are
due to
right
their
now,
massive debt, decide
where
to
you
combine
literally can't
forces.
look at anyone. Don't look at anyone and don't say anything to anyone. In fact, just fucking keep your head down.
Anthony and Jim Norton will be
Just be
forced to
mute
move
and keep
to
your
the
head
same
down.
studios
Buy your
where
milk,
Howard Stern
buy your
remains
cigarettes,
radio's
buy your
king.
booze. Go the
XM
fuck
Sirius,
home.
is that what it's called? I don't even know what it's called. I don't know.
I think they were just alluding to it, though. Part of it was they were about to back them as
Testy
happened.
contract negotiations
They were worried it
with
was
their
going
new
to screw
Sirius
up the
XM
merge.
bosses
Why they
caused the
spent
contentious
their
personal
game.
relationship O&A have endured since the
I
late
believe
90s
Opie's
to
alleged a couple
finally
of times
boil
that
over on air.
maybe it was more of a
From what Opie told
vacation
me,
with pay than it was
they
a
didn't
suspension
talk the last
out
10, 15
behind-
years of
behind
that show. They despised
just to get
each
the
other.
merge.
You're in a bad
Part of it too.
Wow.
But key point here is
What's interesting?
we're gonna get to the downfall in a minute, but you were
Oh,
saying
here
like,
we go, yeah.
it was everything about you know
People are yelling at each other. I gotta be honest. There is no way these reenactments. Let me just comment on these reenactments here, Robert. There is no way these reenactments
As
are
Opie and
gonna
Anthony argue
fucking.
their way into the 2010s, Howard Stern
First of all,
responds to the
what
changing
happened to
culture
Opie?
with
I mean,
changes of
to
his own.
Anthony's like beard and long hair. He didn't even have
this was post haircut.
I'm just such
Oh,
a fan
post
of yours.
haircut
You
face.
But they are talking about how like Howard evolved with the times, and became a pussy. But
started to evolve and tone down the show and the
did I nail that or did I nail that? He basically tried to become like an interview show and forget about all the bad stuff he did in this new cancel culture. And you were saying this slippery slope to where anything will get you canceled today.
Yeah, well, I mean, listen.
Talking last episode,
Well,
episode
It's
7.
what he wanted to do. He wants to morph and does whatever is popular at the time.
Yeah.
And, you know, there was maybe a time where you could say he was an innovator. And you could absolutely make that argument 100%. But I think it would be stupid to say to not say that. But
I see what you're doing, but my point is this: we were just rolling over $85,000 a year, and he was making $100 million.
No, I'm
going
agreeing
the
with
safe route. I completely understand.
I'm agreeing with you. What I'm saying is that, you know, at some point he just decided I'm not going to innovate anymore.
Asshole.
Wait, why are you frustrated? Or your back's tore?
Huh?
No.
Every
I
time
do
you
feel
play,
like every time I get in like the middle of my sentence, it sparks an idea, so we never get to where I'm going. But
so
that's
you are
okay.
frustrated, you fucking pussy.
No. But what I was saying is like, so then
Just don't get so frustrated. It's a party show. Okay, fine. I just interrupted you.
like right before Anthony got fired, they were doing a thing like, how long can we go without a national apology or something? And people thought it was a joke when Anthony was getting fired because they were doing that bit. Oh, he was saying, I won't apologize, I'm gone, all this stuff. And kind of like, yeah, they saw the writing on the wall, so you could continue to push the envelope. Even last week, we were talking about how the Twitio Award could have cost you your job. Like, there was a nervousness in the air that it had gone too far. Bez particularly worried that he was going to be out. Like, living with that anxiety every day isn't what you expect living lifestyles when it makes $100 million radio. So maybe the safe route's the way to go. You know what I mean? If you're making that much money, I can see it. Do that. But I think guys like you, guys like Ron and Bez, guys like Anthony and Opie were driven by continually pushing the envelope, innovating, trying to change it. So
is there going to be a question?
I was just seeing how long I could get it in at this point.
But Robert, this is my point. It's the fucking Davey Max Tales from the satellite. I got a fucking goddamn rock and roll, brother.
Oh, absolutely.
You don't get frustrated. Okay, so every time I fucking get excited, let me just do me a favor. From now on, don't do this. Three times and I fucking ignored it. You piece of
part
shit.
of it, putting the mic down, is if you are loud, it gets picked up echoey.
Oh, well, then that's good.
That's
All
part of
right,
it,
all
too.
right. You know what?
Good.
All right. You know what? Minus 5 points for me, plus 5 points for you.
Let's
I
just call
thought
it
you
a
were
kiss.
doing it
A
on
wash.
a personal basis,
No,
but it was
no.
a technical basis.
Like if you're doing a
Tell me it was a
character.
technical basis.
It was technical, yeah.
Tell them it was a technical basis.
Folks at home, it was on a technical basis, so that when Dave was doing his characters, he was showing extra
Now I feel
enthusiasm, we
good.
didn't lose quality.
Now I feel good again. Party show. Party show. He's rubbing his beard. It's this thing. But this is our relationship. Okay, well, that's not good. Did O&A do that?
N-word.
What?
Ain't that right? You're
With the Howard, did they do something like this?
Not on XM.
Well, this is all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Howard's not a racist.
I mean,
he's not.
Okay.
I've
Is
had
that
dinner
right?
with him, hung out with him. He is not a racist.
He has a black
I mean,
friend.
shit, he was
That's all that,
dating-
that defense needed.
While Howard claims he has evolved, Anthony proudly makes it clear that he has not.
It was early in the morning in 2014 in Manhattan.
Here he is
Anthony
again.
decided to take a picture, and a black woman was caught in the frame.
Oh, geez.
She thought that he was taking a picture of
Black
her,
woman
and
was-
she started punching him.
Well,
So Anthony goes home and he goes on Twitter and goes
this guy
on
knows
this
all the
racist tirade.
things, huh?
Okay.
What is he
Racist
stalking
tweet
her?
after another.
I mean, stalking
Everyone
Anthony,
woke
or
up to like 58 tweets.
he knows
and
exactly what
suddenly,
happened, huh?
Opie and Anthony were in the news yet again.
Sirius XM radio host Anthony Cumia sent out a series of very...
Sherwin.
K-Tel and Columbia House present Ho, ho, ho. 3 Whoas.
This fucking guy has a great voice, by the way.
It's odd.
It's a
I'll
great
give him that.
voice.
It's an odd
He should be telling
voice.
stories somewhere.
Yeah,
Yes, he's got that
Stories.
storytelling voice.
he does.
Was a very cool Christmas. Got you gone for Christmas. Too bad you died of AIDS. Insert a robe joke here. Featured all your favorite Yule logs. She might have been 10, she might have been 20. I couldn't tell, I was completely drunk. I went outside to piss in the snow, and I pissed on Santa Claus. Hey Santa, am I on a naughty list now? Old chestnuts, my hair plugs roasted by the fire. Keep my baseball hat on for a little while. And there would be no Cumia Christmas without a little la-la. I was living near the Jews, la-la-la-la, plugging in my hair with la-la-la-la, eating all the blacks with la-la-la-la, shooting up my guns with la-la-la-la, live from the compound, la-la-la-la, ho, ho, ho. 3 Whoas. A very Cumia Christmas.
Holy shit. How do you not love him now?
That's great.
All right, that's
You gotta love
fucking
Sherwin now.
Very
that's
funny.
fucking funny.
That is so fucking good. I want my own now. I want one, Sherwin. I want one. And Jimmy wants one.
No,
too.
Jimmy doesn't. And we're back. And we're back, baby.
So Anthony gets fired.
I looked at the tweets and they're horrific. They are really vile.
Anthony's racist tweets after allegedly being assaulted in Times Square by a black woman are the final straw for Sirius XM.
Oh,
In
geez.
the end,
Belted me 10 times.
it all ended abruptly.
Instead of apologizing, Anthony defends himself on
Yeah.
a podcast hosted by Gavin McInnes,
Like,
the founder of the
why was
alt-right
Tim
neo-fascist
Sabian on
group,
this
the
show?
Proud
Oh, there's
Boys.
Gavin McGinnis. Why was Tim Sabian on this show? In the end, it all ended abruptly. Is that even any fucking analysis? Is that any inside information? Is that anything that will provide the viewer with something different? Vice, is that anything that is interesting?
Good morning,
Also,
Instead, he was just like, in the end.
I did think it was funny that the credit they had for Gavin McGinnis was racist, fascist, founder of the Proud Boys, not founder of Fights.com, Gavin McGinnis.
Oh, yeah.
Founder of the place you're watching this fucking thing on that we fired.
Hey, by the way, Gavin McGinnis co-founded Vice. Maybe that's why this whole thing is a shit fest.
Oh, looks like Opie's doing great.
There's a crazy video online of Howard's arrival.
There's Doug. I met him at a Christmas party, Robert. Did I ever tell you? Yeah, I did. I know. I'm just joking, folks. That was the IPA joke. That's an IPA joke. Like to say that I was confused. Go ahead, Robert.
A couple beers. Doesn't put Howard in the best
I
light.
had a glass of champagne with Doug.
Online,
This is the point
And then we danced.
including him
Garage.
trespassing in Howard's office
All went
and
down
other
Howard's
alleged
hallway.
Hold on. I
transgressions.
just said
Sirius
it.
XM
I danced
eventually
with Doug
fires
Goodstein.
Greg
And
Danced with Doug
OBU.
Goodstein.
And you
Opie's old
did
partner,
not
Anthony Cumia, finds himself in even more
address it.
trouble when he's accused of domestic violence.
I'm in Long Island. I got my hand broken. I'm waiting for the police
It
to
was a
come.
joke, I guess.
My
Oh, I don't think it was.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
You and Doug are making out in the moonlight.
younger girlfriend
We're both great people. Go ahead,
house
please.
while he assaults her.
He's a nice guy. I met him at a Christmas party one time. Go ahead.
So they were looking at Opie.
She's calling the cops.
Got fired.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's
Oh,
the Anthony and
story.
Danny show. And Anthony's drunk and he's
But
running
a
around.
week
Oh, wait,
before
shit.
that,
What
where
is
his gun
this?
is. Where the f is my gun?
Holy shit, they're putting this on the fucking Vice channel?
Wonder why Stuttering John would
And
be
he got
so
arrested
aggressive
for
about this over
strangulation,
being Anthony.
biting his girl. It's like he doesn't
Great.
even realize what he's
Has
doing
that
is
happened?
wrong.
They go after
Then Anthony starts
That's my
posting
point.
really?
pictures of my
There's no
transgender
context
child.
here that
I
they hate
didn't
each
know.
other. So
That he is. So
Stuttering John
Anthony
is
a horrible individual.
While Opie and Anthony
No,
each floundered
continue,
after the
Robbie.
breakup,
John isn't a non-biased.
Well,
They're-
I'm
they're
listening to
going
you.
through it.
their
They're in
nemesis continues to
a war
prosper.
with each other.
Now the most
Like,
shocking thing about Howard Stern
Very
is his
easy to
transformation.
go through somebody who's done
I got in
radio
touch with a
or
lot of things about
broadcasting
myself I
40
didn't
years,
like.
going
And it
through
was-
find
it was quite
specific
a
vicious
journey.
things they did
I
and
couldn't
lose
believe
all
it,
the
but
good
Howard's
stuff they did
actually
along the way.
pushing,
Wow.
You know,
like the
like,
love agenda as
even-
I didn't
opposed
know
to
that.
this
I mean, I'm
shock,
wearing the shirt
hate kind of
today.
thing.
It's the
I
Anthony
didn't know
Cumia
that
shirt.
they had a
want the
big beef.
misogyny,
I don't do the
sexism
whole
No, I know,
be
but
his
my point is
drama
like,
anymore.
shit anymore. I gotta do. I got 9 goddamn fucking shows a goddamn day.
Oh, yeah.
I gotta concentrate on the shows, and I gotta, more importantly, watch all the fucking content of the shows that I'm addressing. So if I do sports, Star Wars, and all this
wrestling.
bullshit, I gotta do. Yes,
and
I have to
pretty
watch
much
all this
anything
fucking
pop
shit.
culture, because let's not forget,
Yes.
for 9 years straight, you've had the #1 book in New Jersey.
Thank you. 33 books in a row is what we want.
33 books in
Okay,
a row, but
yeah.
9 years.
9 years, baby.
Almost a decade.
But not
Dom.
everyone
Almost
thinks
decade,
You guys
Howard
should
Daddy.
do something like that.
past
You make it
sins.
to a decade.
Please don't.
But the point I was making is basically
ahead.
like it's easy to point
You
out
feel better now.
instances.
You were getting frustrated before. You were throwing down your microphone.
Again, it was a technical thing. We talked about that. But that wasn't even an IPA joke. But it's easy to pick apart the negative things about any of these people, and the one I could talk about is Anthony. But like, if you talk about all the good he's done, like
Howard's never reached out to me.
the
and I
Eastside
don't
Dave
wanna
show
call for him.
was on his network. He gave you an opportunity in a home for a while. He gave a guy like me a shot.
Listen, I've always said this, and I'm just gonna say this. You know, I'm not gonna shit talk my experiences on Ron Fez, O&A, the virus, the whatever you call it, extreme voltage.
Most of his YouTube videos don't even
Yeah,
break
I'm not gonna shit talk it because I had a blast. Like
a couple weeks ago.
at the end of the day, you gotta look at yourself in the mirror and go,
So it's not like
"Did
he
you have
learned from
fun?"
the error of his ways.
I had a fucking blast, bro. Are you kidding? So I'm not gonna shit talk because it's like
and
it's
horrible,
fucking
and
pathetic.
and
Yeah.
To fucking shit talk when you had a blast. I had a blast
could ever
for
exist
9
again.
years. I had a blast
maybe
on
that's
Sirius
for the
XM.
best.
It was a fucking party, and 5 of those years were in the O&A Ron Fez universe. But then it kept going for 4 years with Sam and Dave, and then Davey Max Sports Program XL. Still had a blast. Like, so it was a fantastic experience all around. That's why we're doing this show, and that's why we said we would do it. And I think O&A are in the right. I think they came across the best. I actually think the only issue I had was the fucking reenactment actors.
Yeah, the
They had an
reenactments.
Owen Hart guy for Opie,
Yeah, the reenactments were terrible.
and they had like this like string bean like
The guy for
a
Anthony.
little too thin for Anthony.
But here's the thing. It kind of glossed over all the details. Talked about how there might be some bias as to why certain individuals were cast in a negative light due to their association with Vice's owners, you know,
Okay.
things like that. But here's what I don't like. I feel like they missed a lot of it, and they got a lot of it wrong.
They definitely
they
did.
didn't talk a lot about a lot of the good that was done. One of the big things talked about 2 of the homeless O&A had on, and that were a problem, right? But you didn't talk about their fucking homeless shopping spree.
How
Like the
about
2
talking about the fact that like no,
No,
you know
you're
what?
good.
I don't want to do that.
No,
I'm
please.
conscious of it now.
I'm
'cause
sorry, I didn't mean to make you
know.
conscious.
I know I'm conscious, and I realize I get enthusiastic and I cut you off, and I'm going to stop that.
No, that's what the
I'm
show
going to
is.
stop that. But
It's
this
not
was a party
intern
episode,
Rob.
and so when I party, sometimes I get too enthusiastic. I apologize.
Not at all, dude. It's not intern
Continue,
Rob's tales
please.
from the satellites.
I
But
know,
2 of the people
but I
that
don't want. I know, but just
the doc
continue. 'Cause
described as heartless.
I want to hear your viewpoint.
Perfect. 2 of the people.
Please.
2 of the people that the doc described as heartless, the most heartless people in radio, Opie and Anthony, did a very charitable thing and made it so big they could not do it anymore because it was so big. Like, And when they raised a ton of money at the virus tours and things like that, nobody would take their money. They had to go like 7th charity on the roster to get the money for it because so there was a lot of good that was done. I think there's a lot of legacy that should be talked about. Like they talked about, how Howard's doing all these, interview shows with big celebrities, A-listers and stuff now. But
that's not a legacy.
Right. That's him doing.
Like, it's a very subjective thing.
And it's an individual
I
thing.
don't like, okay, so
it's like,
listen, can I take it over now? Yeah. I have a distinct, I have an agreement with you. For me, a legacy is the artistry. And it's the people who keep going and just keep fighting and keep doing their own thing, keep doing different things.
Absolutely.
And, and I'm not going to comment on Howard Stern because whatever, but it's like, he's not the same guy. I have a subscription. I guarantee you after this podcast, by the way, this is going to be canceled, but okay, this is a really funny thing to say.
Perfect. We'll wrap with this then.
Man, no, this is going to be can't. Okay, well then I'll never be able to listen to Cheers.
Okay, well, don't say it.
No, I have to. So, I have to. Like the fucking guy, the stapler guy in fucking Office Space.
Okay.
They never took off my SiriusXM app.
Oh.
And I've had SiriusXM access this entire time.
Well, I am sure Chris Pepper Stanley actively shutting that down as we speak.
But I just want to say this. Dark Side of the 2000s, Jocks. I don't know, man. Vice, get some better people, bro. Like, that could have been like a fucking 4-hour special, bro. That could have been a fucking week-long special, bro. That could have been a week-long special, bro. That could have been a week-long special, bro. If you look at a fucking guy like me, you can't get fucking footage out of my fucking ass. You stupid bitch. Vice, smarten up.
You know what would be better?
You fucking morons.
You know what would be better than a week-long special? A bi-weekly podcast on patreon.com/EastsideDave, where they could listen to Tales from the Satellite, where you break down all of your tales from the satellite. And this has been episode 8. Make sure you're subscribing to all of Dave's shows across every platform.
Bless you.
We've got the staple, the flagship, the Davey Mac Sports Program, live most Sundays from the Dojo of Comedy.
Thank you, Robert.
We've got Davey Mac in the Sun. We've got the fastest growing R-rated Star Wars podcast, Yaddle Chattel.
Thank you, Rob.
We've got It's Been 9 years straight. It's been 33 straight books. #1 show, morning show on the Jersey Shore.
95.9 The Rat, Robert, WRAT.com.
And follow Dave at Eastside Dave on social media. Follow
I got
me
me, Robert.
Bobby_Tamburro.
I really do.
Thank you so much for tuning in, radio fans. This has been another rendition
Love
of
you guys
Davey
so
Max,
much. God bless you.
Tales
God bless
from the
Bray Wyatt.
Satellite. Good night, radio fans.